The only media that have been consistent speaking against the bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Niger what yo? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government. For the poor, no more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what media? No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria, no more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media, the number one media in Nigeria, no more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what you? The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Niger what? Voice for the voiceless. Niger watch media. The only media that have been speaking against bad government. Being consistency since 1944. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. 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 Niger watch you. We have been seeing all you guys have been doing, and he recommending to everyone in Nigeria, saying that you guys are the number one. Niger what you He's not an officer now. He's not serving the government. Even if he's serving in government, this government property. Show me the document you have. You have no document.
So what documents?
Bring the document.
You have documents and everything has been submitted, sir.
Excuse me, I'm the minister.
Yes, sir.
You cannot tell me. You cannot tell me that. We cannot continue to add in this impunity. Where your approval even to build? You cannot continue this way. This country cannot continue along this line. How can that man at his level, even if he has a problem, he cannot reach me and say, look, I'm sorry, you see what I have. You will send soldiers to intimidate who? We are all from this country. And this is government. You cannot be higher than any government. You cannot be carrying gun to intimidate people to not to do their work. Let me tell you, if not going to achieve for the first half, who spoke to me now? You could have killed everybody here. No problem. I'm not one of those that they can intimidate. I'm doing my job.
We are not intimidating anybody.
That's what you're doing.
The civilian, the engineer mobilized to sites, and then staff or workers of FCDA look at the site to intimidate them.
No, listen now.
That is threatening them. And that was when the admiral gave the order.
He cannot give order against government.
Because the papers are complete and he said it's submitted.
Are you the one? Listen, you know the problem you have. Are you the one that will say, paper? Show me that you are old. First of all, show me that government gave you this place. Two, show me that you have an approval to build what you are building. It has nothing to do with, I'm a vice admiral, I'm a lieutenant general. That is not it. We must work according to law. We must work according to law.
We forwarded everything to me.
And to who?
No, everybody don't tell like this. Don't tell like this.
Don't you try it.
I said it. Don't tell like this. No. Don't try it. Don't tell me to be fine.
Don't tell me I'm lying.
I'm not lying. I'm not lying. Who are you? I don't know what I do.
Just to come and defend
How do I face him? How do I face him? This is not professional. It's not professional. You can't be pressing a minister for this thing.
We will not allow going on and then you to carry land.
Sir, everything was acquired legally.
Will you stop
and sir,
that?
you get the...
Will you stop that?
Sir, I'm an officer, I have integrity.
Shut up your mouth,
Sir, I will not shut up.
Will you get out?
Sir, I won't shut up. Sir, I'm a
I was in
officer.
school, you're not in school.
Sir, you can't shut
Will
me
you
up.
keep quiet?
You can't
Let
shut me
me
up,
take
sir.
food.
I'm not a fool. I'm not a fool,
You
sir.
can shoot anybody like
Sir,
that.
I'm not a fool.
Who are you?
I am not a fool, sir.
And from the time I graduated, you were primary school.
I'm acting on orders.
For which order?
Call me a fool.
I just you will see whether you love it here.
Sir, you can't call me a fool.
Go
I'm
out to front of your
an
mouth.
officer. I'm not a fool, sir. I'm an officer.
You would have killed everybody here.
No, we are not killing anybody. We won't kill anybody.
So intense. Oh my goodness. Well, speaking to the press after that confrontation, Wike accused the military of intimidation, insisting that the occupants failed to provide valid acquisition documents or building approvals when challenged by development control officers.
I don't understand how somebody who attained that position and see that he has a problem cannot approach my office to say, look, this is what is going on, this is what is going on. But simply because he's a military man, he could use that to intimidate Nigerians. I'm not one of those kind of persons that will succumb to blackmail or intimidation. And you can imagine where you cannot even prove where are the documents. And the director of the Federal Control is there. I said, look, I was there. I said, bring the documents. You don't have the documents. Bring the approval for building. You don't have it. And how can we continue to allow lawlessness to prevail in this country? What about those who don't have the military? What about those who don't have security? It has gotten to a level where when government officials are carrying out their job, you go and bring security to intimidate them against government officials. I will not accept that.
All right, Wike has said that he had contacted the Chief of Defense Staff and the Chief of Naval Staff, both of whom assured him the matter will be resolved. I mean, reactions have trailed. Ayo, the name of the naval officer who actually called these military personnel to get rid of those people that were developing the land.
Yes, so that's Vice Admiral A.Z. Gambo, retired.
He's retired.
He was
naval
former
officer.
Chief of Naval Staff. I think he served 2 years ago.
So he's
retired but not tired.
He's retired but not tired.
He is retired but not tired. But you heard the officer there saying that he's not retired. Once a naval officer, if you can correct
He's
me.
not ex.
Oh,
So we can use the word ex Air Vice. I said so you can use retired.
You can use
but
retired, but you can't say former.
Former, yes,
okay.
former.
All right.
Yeah.
We're unraveling
Got
so many
educated.
things. Yes.
Educated.
Let's take some reactions because reactions have
Okay.
trailed. This person wrote on X. Classic case of he who lives by the sword dies by the sword. We get things say nafubara. Anyways, power isn't loud. Wike is not used to getting a no. That's why he thinks he could intimidate an officer that probably already had him in mind. These are soldiers. He could have just spoken to his superior instead of trying to intimidate or even use foul language. Now, he ended up embarrassing himself. Now, I got this comment on WhatsApp, and this person wrote, what does the law say? This is Wike versus Nigeria naval officer. We may be happy that Wike met his match today. We may even say them serve the food of intimidation where himself they serve others. But regardless of our personal opinion, the law is not emotional and will never be. Under the law, a military officer does not have the right to intervene in land dispute matters, talk less of stopping a minister from inspecting a land. Under the Land Use Act, the land ownership belongs to the governor of the state, of which Wike is equivalent to in the FCT. Land disputes are civil cases, and even the police doesn't have the right to intervene until there is a crime, like fighting. The basic responsibility of the Nigerian military is to defend Nigeria from external aggression, maintain the territorial integrity and secure the borders, suppress insurrection, and act in aid of civil authorities to restore order under specific conditions and presidential directive only. Any attempt by a military officer, like what we saw today, to assert jurisdiction or forcibly intervene in a non-military land dispute is unlawful and an abuse of power. That military officer and whoever sent them on that mission needs to face punishment for acting outside their legal jurisdiction. It is an insult to our democratic ruling to have military officers sent to protect ordinary land, a civil case for that matter. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. Rufai is already screaming, I disagree.
Totally.
Okay, so I'll come to you, but before I come to you, let me take a statement as well. The former Chief of Army Staff, Toko Buratai, has condemned Wike's confrontation with the soldier, describing it as a threat to national security that demands an immediate apology. In a strongly worded release, the former army chief said Wike's public disparagement of the uniformed officer transcends mere misconduct and represents a probable threat to institutional integrity. Well, let's take that statement right now. Can we pull up that statement? It says, a minister's verbal assault on a military officer in uniform is an act of profound indiscipline that strikes at the core of our nation's command and control structure. It deliberately undermines the chain of command, disrespects the authority of the commander-in-chief, and grievously wounds the morale of every individual who serves under the Nigerian flag. Buratai argued that such actions erode the foundation of discipline upon which Nigeria's national security apparatus stands. He dismissed suggestions that the incident was political theater, calling it instead a reckless endangerment of national order and a clear indication of undermining the federal government's authority. The former army chief demanded that Wike immediately issue an apology to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as commander-in-chief of the armed forces and to the officer whose honor was violated. He insisted that the nation's security must come first and called for decisive action rather than politics of military bashing. I mean, we've gotten two different reports to balance this story, Rufai. But, you know, this Buratai's intervention adds another, significant military voice to the growing controversy surrounding Wike's confrontation with the soldiers. Your thoughts before we take more reactions?
In the words of Nyesom Wike, if he didn't dare, he didn't dare. He never. Why I disagree with that first message you read is the fact that, do you know that the FCDA had sent security personnel to go harass the engineer working on the site before? It was in reaction to that the army now sent people there. So that analogy was wrong. The FCDA at first used force. And it's in reaction to that they brought another level of force. So you can say, oh, violation of laws and everything. But it is in reaction to that. So both of them, on that score, they are wrong. The second score that is wrong, please, with due respect, how many court orders has Wike himself respected of people that he goes ahead, that they have a court paper, and they have an initial agreement, he turn their pack around and take it? Didn't we talk about the story of those two young girls here? Didn't I challenge the senior advocate of Nigeria, Mr. Falono, about it? How many has he respected? See, let's not deceive ourselves. Wike has acted like a god over the land in Abuja, and he forgets that you're not going to be FCT minister forever. Before you, El Rufai, he did his own. He still left in the end. Why?
Meaning?
Please, be gently. Do it
evil as well.
Do it slowly.
All right.
The third point is, you now got there. You claim that you have called before. You had called the man superior. Why was that the show? It's because you wanted to intimidate him. But the man refused to be cowed. Yerima refused to be cowed. And please, those that are trying to skew narrative, Yerima didn't insult the minister.
All right.
All he said is, stood his ground. How can you call somebody a fool and you expect him not to talk? the next thing, you are a boy. Just like one minister was calling me a boy the other day, small boy. The next thing, I was already after I finished school before. Is that the bone of contention?
All right.
Please, like I said, the Hadiza Bala Usman's index should be released to the public so that we even have a ministerial code and screening.
All right,
we can't just have all sorts of things happen like this now.
Fine, you have more opportunity to speak. Let's take some more reactions. This is from Characteristics, who wrote, unfortunately, this incident reflects a broader pattern where some retired or serving military officers attempt to use armed personnel to intimidate civilian authorities or protect questionable private interests. Such behavior undermines the rule of law, erodes public trust in the armed forces, and weakens Nigeria's democratic institutions. The president, as commander-in-chief, must call the military hierarchy to order. The military must reaffirm its constitutional duty to remain subordinate to civil authority and ensure that no officer, serving or retired, uses the uniform to pursue private gain. The Nigerian armed forces have a proud history of discipline and service to the nation. That discipline must extend to respecting the boundaries of lawful deployment and upholding the supremacy of civilian authority. The events in the FCT should serve as a wake-up call for renewed civil military education and strict accountability within the rank. Well, before I come to you, we got reports alleging that, that disputed 30-hectare plot of land in Gadwa district was originally allocated to serving and retired military officers, but was later revoked by Wike. That report has been making the rounds on social media. The report also alleged that the land was reallocated to Wike's political associates and that the revocation and redistribution were carried out in total disregard of due process, official recommendations, and existing approvals. Well, according to a 2022 letter from the FCTA Parks and Recreation Department, the land was originally designated as a green area for park development and was subdivided by various organizations, including Santos Estates Limited and Kuiro International Ventures. An approval was reportedly sought since 2014, but ignored despite memos recommending it. The FCT minister was said to have changed the land use from park to recreation to multi-purpose before issuing fresh rights of occupancy to new beneficiary. We're seeing this sort of, reports. And I must say, those documents that were presented right now has not been independently verified by Arise News. But these are the reports that are circulating, plus the fact that it's trending. The dispute, Ayo, exposes the complexity of land administration in the FCT, where powerful interests often collide. Wike has built his FCT tenure on aggressive enforcement against illegal development. These new allegations raise questions about transparency in his own reallocation process. Well, a 2022 video showing the moment a chief superintendent of police defied an order from Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to vacate the Magodo Phase 2 estate amid a lingering land dispute has resurfaced online, drawing sharp comparisons with FCT Minister Wilson Wike's confrontation with the soldier. Let's take a look.
Can you call your superior in Abuja and tell them that the governor is here and I'm the chief security officer and that you don't have any business being in my state right now and that I want you to disengage forthwith for him?
Thank you very much, sir. Your Excellency, sir. I'm not here on my own orders.
That's why I'm asking you to make a phone call and tell them, your superior, that I'm here standing in front of you. Make that phone call.
Thank you, sir. I'm here on instruction of this Inspector General of Police to the AGF, sir. And that is why I'm here. I'm too small or too low to call them. Your Excellency, sir, with due respect, sir, you can call them directly, sir.
I have spoken to the Attorney General this morning, so he's not aware that you are here.
We are expecting the call that we should disengage.
That's what I'm saying to you.
Yes, sir.
Because when I make the phone call, it will be tougher. If you can call and say that the governor is here in front of you, what should you do?
It is not my duty to call because I'm too low to do that, sir. Okay. If you call...
So where are your men?
My men are here. They are all over the estate.
Yes, sir. You are assistant, what is it?
I'm a chief superintendent of police.
Oh, CSP?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So, pressman, don't worry. I'll make 2 phone calls, right? One to the Inspector General of Police and one to the Attorney General of the Federation. Very illegal operation. They have absolutely nothing, and I'm the Chief Security of the state.
Thank you, sir.
Gentlemen, give me 5 minutes. I'll make those 2 phone calls.
All right. I mean, that video began trending, and you can see the stark difference between how the minister handled the soldier and how Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the governor of Lagos State, handled a police officer with respect and with respect to the Nigerian public. He didn't call him a fool. He didn't tell him to shut up. You know, he was not disrespecting the man in uniform. And you see these pictures have started trending online. This is it. You are a fool. I'm not a fool, sir. And the military man stood his ground. Ayo.
All right, so some people have described this show of, I don't know what to call it. I'm trying to remove the word show of shame, but I don't think there's anything more elevated, you know, anything better to call it. Yes, it's a show of shame, and it's quite unfortunate that this has happened, but it gives us an opportunity to see what happens. This is impunity versus impunity, because if you look at it objectively, both sides, and as reflected by the tweets or the X post you read out, are, you know, they come under questioning. Number one is that when you speak to many quarters, this issue could have been resolved amicably without this show of shame and show of force and show of whose power is higher than the other power. What were the options available to the FCT minister? On arriving there, the easiest thing is that when matters like this happen, you go to court. As they always ask, that this could have been resolved using, and this is where we talk about the respect of the rule of law. But guess what? We don't have the respect for rule of law and institutions. Hence, we take matters into our own hands, and then we have a state of anarchy. And that's what ensued yesterday. Very unfortunate incident. A state of anarchy where Nigerians then resort to taking matters into their own hands. So what does this mean? Does it mean that the response to FCT Minister Wike's going around revoking land is to get military on your land so that he will not be able to enter? That's a state of anarchy, whereby people take matters into their own law and they don't respect the rule of law. And so in the same vein as well, the military, former CNS, could have gone to court to challenge the revocation of the land by Mr. Wike, instead of sending his boys to the ground to resist any kind of... But that's what I'm saying. No, but that's what I'm saying. It is the strength of our institutions, and that's why we keep talking about strengthening our institution. I say this because if anything had happened, Wike would have unnecessarily wasted the lives of those servicemen, because he had said that everybody here would die if I wanted to show myself.
No, would have died. I don't think he said.
He said that if they would have been a shootout if he wanted to assess his authority. No, so what I'm saying, no, I watched the video.
He said,
I watched the video.
He said, what you are doing here, people would have died.
Yeah, well, that's, so what he meant was that if he had allowed the altercation between his security aides and the military, but that's what I'm saying, that these young men who are supposed to be saving lives and properties of Nigeria would have died for a useless cause because people's egos were God. That's what I'm saying, that if we don't respect institutions and the rule of law, this is what happens with big manism in Nigeria. And so that's why I'm saying that on both sides, we have the courts for a reason. We have due process for a reason. Can we follow due process? For too long, people take matters into their own hands, and we have, powerful people just flouting the laws for no reason. I applaud the uniformed officer. According to a military man, no commissioned officer would take that insult to his person lying low. And so he spoke with dignity, he spoke with respect, and he stood his ground based on orders.
We're yet to hear from the military hierarchy at this point. We've heard from Buratai, so we'd like to see really the resolution to this sort of engagement. Plenty questions were raised, and I'll just ask some of them, and this is for, the military command. First, can the Navy or military stop enforcement action by civil authorities too? Can an officer of the Nigerian Armed Forces in uniform be abused and insulted? Is the uniform not the symbol of the sovereignty of Nigeria? Can civil authorities disrespect the sovereignty of Nigeria as represented in the military officer in uniform? Finally, should the minister not have reported the officer to his commander-in-chief? We did see that he called, and so these are the sort of questions that we want to hear from the military command. Vimbai, I've loved your comment, but we've run out of time. I'll take this story, and then you can do that. Well, all right. In Edo State, reactions continue to trail the invasion of the Museum of West African Art in Benin City by protesters demanding The facility be renamed Benin Royal Museum. The protesters forced the evacuation of international guests and the cancellation of the museum's opening event, speaking while receiving a foreign delegation at the government house in Benin City. Edo State Governor Monday Okpebolo expressed surprise over the visit, saying he had no prior information about the event. The delegation included representatives from the European Union and German ambassadors. Governor Okpebolo stated that the previous administration never briefed him about MOA, nor handed over any documentation concerning the project. He described the controversy as stemming from lack of transparency by the previous administration, questioning how the project evolved from Benin Royal Museum to Edo Museum of West African Art, and now Museum of West African Art, without clarity or consultation. Over the weekend, protesters chanted songs in solidarity with the king. Unbelievable. Meanwhile, at the palace of Oba Eware II, the Benin monarch lamented that documents brought for him to sign would have taken away their rights to the artifact, declaring that it is like history wanting to repeat itself. He stated that his forefathers suffered during the British invasion of 1897 and that it is unfair that it is happening again. I mean, the MoMA controversy exposes troubling questions about governance, cultural sovereignty, and the return of looted artifacts. How does a sitting governor know nothing about a major international project in his state? Why were documents prepared that the Oba claims would strip Benin of rights to its own heritage, while Governor Okpebolo says he's constituting a committee to investigate? Nigerians must now ask, are we genuinely reclaiming our stolen heritage or witnessing a new form of cultural disposition disguised as restitution? And those are the questions that people are asking at this point. You saw that charade on Sunday. Yeah. It was a complete mess. And we're seeing that the governor is saying that he was not aware. I mean, this is our heritage.
Need to have a say in it is another concerning development. I said just one sentence. My one
committee to address the recent events at MOA and develop a comprehensive framework for permanent resolution. I know that the committee is chaired.
Profile event at the Museum of West African Art in Benin City, attended by investors, artists, and foreign diplomats, descending into panic and forced to shut down after angry protesters stormed the venue. Videos showed a group insulting foreign guests and ordering them to leave after entering the grounds of the Museum of West African Art, or MOA, in Benin City on Sunday. The protesters were angry that the museum was not called the Benin Royal Museum.
2 days ago at the Museum for West African Arts, where derelicts and mental hobos invaded the Museum for West African Arts, terrorizing our guests who had come from all around the world to enjoy the splendor of West African arts in the Benin Kingdom. And it was an embarrassment of gigantic proportions, because the entire world is laughing at us, making mockery of us, because Benin Kingdom was always known to be a strong, virile kingdom with decent people, of a kingdom of warriors who had defeated nations in the past. How come these few misguided individuals have reduced the image of the Benin Kingdom to such disrepute? And we must condemn it as a people and as a nation.
Indeed, and in furtherance of the point you're making, and obviously the the way that you feel about it, which we can all see. Nigeria's Tourism, Art and Culture Minister, Hannatu Musawa, said that the disruption at MOA not only endangers a treasured cultural asset, but also threatens the peaceful environment necessary for cultural exchange and the preservation of Nigeria's artistic patrimony. Obviously, she's speaking in the context of the Nigerian government's attempt to consolidate this country's place as an African cultural superpower.
Exactly, exactly what it is.
How do you interpret what she had to say? Are you encouraged by that?
Well, I share her views, and that's the view of many decent Nigerians who felt very upset that such foolishness, if you allow me, could be perpetrated in the Benin Kingdom. And we hold the government responsible for this, because when ambassadors visit a state, it is the responsibility of the state to ensure that they are protected. The ambassadors had notified the governor weeks and months before that they were coming. How can it be the governor could tell the people, could, in my opinion, lie to the people that he did not know that the ambassadors were coming? These ambassadors are international figures. They're not members of the PDP that you say, oh, that you want to play petty, primitive politics with. And we want to appeal to the governor to rise above this pettiness. Let us reduce this lack of hygiene in our politics so that the Edo people can enjoy real governance, because that's what it should be about.
But how has it come to this?
I think it's poor politics, if you ask me. I think the genuine issues which I really want to address, and to stop the peddling of wrong information that has permeated the hearts of many people, is that the Museum for West African Art ought to be the Benin Royal Museum. That is not true. Those are two mutually...
Yeah, but where is that coming from? Where is that? You're saying that some people are saying it ought to be.
Okay, yes.
Is that coming from the palace? Because that's the impression that we have.
Let me give you a little history of how it all happened.
Yeah, briefly.
Yes. The artifacts were returned in November of 2021. The French government...
The cockerel,
yes,
the bust.
Yes, they returned 26 treasures.
Right.
In June or in July of 2022, the Germans returned 1,130 bronzes artifacts to the Benin Kingdom. And earlier this year, in June of 2025, the Dutch returned about 130 artifacts. So the idea was that the Benin Royal Museum should be built to house the artifacts, specifically for the returned artifacts. That was the idea behind the Oba of Benin, in his wisdom, suggesting that the Benin Royal Museum be built. And in fairness to that wish,
but obviously the Benin Royal Museum is different from the Museum of West African Art.
Absolutely. Yeah. The name alone should suggest to anyone that has, can understand that the Museum for West African Arts is to showcase West African art. While the Benin Royal Museum was specifically to showcase the returned artifacts. How anyone could mistake the two is really preposterous.
But was there an element of competitiveness there? Because obviously, if the two of them are in the same location, that could promote some kind of competition, couldn't it?
No, and we will welcome such a competition. We want to have 20 museums in Benin. Benin Kingdom, like any other civilization anywhere in the world, is celebrated for our rich cultural heritage. So yes, if we have, and we want to have the Benin Royal Museum, because if our king wants to have it, and we find faith in his wish for us to have that, we also welcome support, like the Museum for West African Arts, that will also be like a support base for other museums on the West African region.
But was there an issue about the Museum of West African Art in preference to the Royal Museum housing those Benin bronzes, those stolen artifacts that were returned?
I think that is a narrative that is wrong, that has been peddled, because it is suggesting that, instead of building the Museum for West African Arts, instead, we're having to focus on the museum. Instead of building the Benin Royal Museum, we're having to focus on the Museum for West African Arts.
And they're raising a lot of money.
Yeah, but this is the difference. The Benin Royal Museum was to be built by the Edo State government. It was to be a government project. And that is why in 2019, the Edo State government had budgeted 500 million naira for the construction of the Benin Royal Museum. And at the time, the federal government had also given a grant of 2.5 billion naira for the same purpose. So that was completely different. What happened with MOA was that the Mellon Foundation, the Ford Foundation, international community, and even
the Germans, the French governments,
and a lot
all
of
the rest
private
of them.
individuals thought that, okay, we can situate this museum in Benin owing to this historical record, but let it be for a wider West African population. And what you had on display on the day of this attack was a display of exhibitions of Nigerian, Ghanaian, Togolese curators, and archaeologists, and people. We were having to understand the beauty of West African arts.
Well, I mean, from our own perspective, because obviously we're not from Edo State, or we're not there. We're simply looking from the outside in. I mean, in 2023, the outgoing president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, very controversially decreed that the Oba of Benin is the rightful owner and custodian of all the Benin bronzes and the stolen artifacts from Benin, which led the University of Cambridge to delay the planned return of 116 artifacts. So I didn't think they didn't think that the environment was right for keeping those things. I mean, how did MOA get entangled in all of that? I'm not quite sure what happened.
Well, I did a little study, and I realized that wherever artifacts have been returned, this is not the first time. It is government to government, because it is a reparation of some sort, in recognition of historical misdeeds. To say, yes, we own these artifacts, but because we recognize that you were unfairly treated, we are doing a deed of transfer, a transfer of ownership to the government. So it's a government-to-government thing. It has never been in the history of returning of artifacts, where artifacts are returned to individuals, or in this case, Obas. It has always been government. And so when the Nigerian government accepted the return of these artifacts, the Oba of Benin, rightly so, felt that since they were taken from the palace, they should be returned to the palace. But that was not even in contention. The Benin people and even the government at the time had submitted themselves, to the wish of the king. So the argument now was, or the argument now is, how did MOA get involved with this? I think it was just circumstantial, having that to see that artifacts are being returned, and at the same time, we're having to have people putting funds together to build a museum for West African
but there
arts.
are reports and suspicions, let me put it that way, from people in Edo State who believe that the MOA used the Benin bronzes, the stolen artifacts, as a selling point, as a way to raise money to, from foreigners to say, look, we're going to house the Benin bronzes as well as a lot of other things. So we need to build a state-of-the-art sort of thing here, and we need money from you. I mean, that's part of the controversy,
Well,
isn't it?
the suspicion is being peddled by the government, but that is a lie. That is false. MOA has come out to say it, and even yesterday, when the EU ambassador met with the governor, he told him expressly clear that all the monies donated to MOA were given to MOA for the purpose of MOA, and not for the Benin Royal Museum. And so let us even situate this. Whenever there's been a return of artifacts, like I said, there's never been a compensation or a payment for the return of artifacts. It has never happened anywhere in the world. I was doing a little study, and when the French returned artifacts to Ghana in 2021 or 2022, some money was given as a cultural cooperation kind of money. It wasn't a payment, or it wasn't a compensation. So the idea that, the artifacts should have come with money is misguided, because even in the agreements between the Germans and the Nigerian government, it was clearly stated that there was no financial compensation to be made.
So from what you're saying, can we glean from it that a lot of this has to do with money? Because I understand the Museum of West African Art has raised millions of dollars internationally. I mean, we read somewhere, 30-something million dollars or more, especially from the French and German governments.
Well, I'm thinking it's having more to do with petty politics, because I am acutely aware that this whole controversy didn't have to get to this extent, but because we're having to play politics, and the APC is taking advantage of the little misgivings that the palace may have with this project to amplify their gains. And that is shameful, that we're having to drag the palace into politics just because of...
Right.
Yeah,
but I mean, is it a failure as well on the part of the previous government of Governor Obaseki, your government, not to have seen this coming? I mean, didn't you read the tea leaves to see that the controversy was deepening and evolving into something of a crisis?
Charles, I totally agree with you. And I think we will take the L for that and deal with the consequences. We should have, on a sustained basis, informed and educated the Edo people to let them know that this is the truth of what is happening. What happened was that misinformation was peddled for too long, and now impressions were already created, and now has snowballed into this controversy, and now we're having to correct the misinformation. But I think it has to be said that the Museum for West African Arts and the Benin Royal Museum are not the same. Never has MOA had in its possession the returned artifacts. They do not have any intentions to have the artifacts. The artifacts are solely in the possession of the Oba of Benin, and he does to it whatever he wishes.
But I mean, if you read a lot...
Wike talk say Navy na fool. The Navy say it no be fool. But if you check him, actually, that Navy is a fool. To be very, very honest, the guy is an actual fool. What is his name? A.M. Yerima. You are a fool. I say it with my full chest. Because if you are not a fool, you there for your position. Somebody came to attack you on uniform. You cannot defend yourself. Maybe you use self-defense, shoot Wike for leg. Can't you see? What if by mistake, as Wike they shout for you, you are a fool? Spit can't enter inside your eye. You can't do like this. Maybe the spit get pepper. You can't do like this. You can't hit your head. You can't fall. You can't buy. You could just buy for nothing. And Wike could go in house. You would have done self-defense, just put 2 bullets for Wike leg. You see what you people don't know is, some people are saying, oh, the army is wrong, Wike is superior to him. Let me explain something to you. Armies are like zombies. Army, Navy, Air Force, they are like zombies. They listen to the order of their commander or their superior officer. And once they give them that order, they are meant to stand by the order. Wike did not give that guy order. You went to go and meet him where his oga gave him order, and you think he will listen to you? When you went to the place where you want to go and do land grabbing, as you usually do, when you went to the place and the guy no agree you, what would you do? You go back to your office, since you know the superior officer, but you are power drunk. Wike is power drunk. And that is why he's forgetting that there's only one commander-in-chief of the armed force. There's only one in the whole Nigeria that is commander-in-chief. Every other person is not commander-in-chief. There's only one person where be civilian, where be public servants, where if you follow army talk. Normally, they are only meant to receive orders from their superior officer. Army be like courts. Now, they are organ that they listen to. Do you understand? They have superior for a reason. Imagine if they gave that guy that order and Wike come pursue. What do you think will happen to him? And Wike does not respect himself. Immediately the guy wants to say one for your hand. You go your office, call your guy. You know the chief of army staff. You know the chief of naval staff. You call the chief of naval staff and tell him, oh, what are your people doing on the land? This land, so thing, what are they doing there? Do you understand? But again, I am happy that it happened to you. May you not say power, they pass power. Because you feel like every other person is below you. You say na Fubara, where you like, Fubara just run. That's not Fubara. That one no know. That one and not. You say na Port Harcourt. That's not. Northerners. You don't know Northerners. Hey ya, alhamdulillah. Hey, you go meet your maker. You are very, very lucky. There is no one traumatized soldier where they for Boronu, where trauma, where don't shoot trauma, don't carry him. I should shout for him. Just imagine saying one Boko Haram member, 9 shots given. He just come on, God, don't light you. You are very, very lucky. To be very, very honest. You think say I'm in a police? Where we say that they dance to money? Army first, even if you get money, once the organ don't give them order, they follow the order. And like I said, Wike, you are not the commander-in-chief of the armed force. You are a public servant. And whether I like it or not, there's no public servant that have the right to give a military man order. You are a public servant. That's where it ends. So don't go and think, okay, even when you were a governor, you have no right to still call a military man, even a last corporal. Even corporal, even privates. You cannot give him order. You can't. Army where we say that they give them order, say they'll tell them, say man and man's guard for here. They go man's guard for here, though they shoot for that side, the army man no go move. The army man fit dey here now. They shoot for front. In they see everything, he will not make a move. Those guys are literally zombies when they walk. Now only their oga they know. You are very, very lucky, yes, on weekend. You are very, very lucky. But I'm happy. At least now you know. What you do, I talk on the other time. I say, what you do is this. Collect one person land, give another person. People are complaining. People are complaining. You go collect person land. You go revoke land, carry on, give your friend. That is what they are saying. Because if army man, now imagine now say that land, they don't put army for there. Maybe, who knows what you were going there to do. For the army to be on that land, it means say that land, now person get and the person won't protect the land. You are very, very lucky. Oh. You are very, very lucky. Like I said, you are very lucky that that person will be one of those traumatized soldiers. That your son, when he does say he want to do real estate, you for no witness when he start the business. That's just the truth. But you are very, very lucky. I'm happy for you. Congratulations. Calm down. This your power drunkenness. May stop for Niger Delta region. No carry and come. Abuja, they know where. Those people there, Abuja, power, they pass power there. Oh. Yes, on weekend. And that one, number one. Number two, I won't buy land for NGO. You buy that land. Nobody say I buy land, finish. You come collect and come to say you want revoke and NGO land. Oh, not go near my land. I never pay. I don't see the land. Not go near my land. Oh. Peace and love. Don't play.
Was acquired legally. Because I carry nickel light. Will you stop that?
I'm an integrity officer.
Will you stop that?
Sir, you cannot shut me up.
Get that way. Shut that.
You cannot shut me up.
Who does that?
You cannot shut me up.
Will you stop that?
You cannot shut me. I'm an integrity.
Get that way. I was in school when
I am acting on order, sir.
You haven't shut that.
Sir, you cannot shut
You are a
me
big
up.
fool.
Sir, I'm not a fool.
You are a fool.
I am not a fool.
Shut up, will you stop?
I am not a fool.
You are a big fool.
I am not a fool.
You are coming close to
I
me.
am not a fool.
Because I'm an old man. I'll just come out and sit like idiot.
It was acquired legally.
Because I carry nickel light. Will you stop
Sir,
that?
I'm an integrity officer.
Will you stop that?
Sir, you cannot shut me up.
Get that way. Shut that.
You cannot shut me
Who
up.
does that?
You cannot shut me
Will you
up.
stop that?
You cannot shut me. I'm an integrity.
Get that way. I was in school when
I am acting on order, sir.
You haven't shut that.
Sir, you cannot shut
You are a
me
big
up.
fool.
Sir, I'm not a fool.
You are a fool.
I am not a fool.
Shut up, will you stop?
I am not a fool.
Nigerians, so terrorists, aka bandits, don't impose 20 million naira levy on top the farmers of farmers waiting for Gatakawa community. Like those farmers there for Gatakawa community, if they want harvest their crops, if they want get access to their farmland, they need to bring 20 million naira, or else no access to their farmland. Like they no go fit harvest this period. This one are the fresh update when they come out from Gatakawa community. This community they inside Kankara local government area of Katsina State. Omo, this is very, very sad. So I'm talking to you right now. They have told them that for you to have access to your products, your farm products this year, to harvest them, 20 million naira or no access. And these are the same people who do peace deal with bandit, to the same people where bandit come out and they agree, say no disturbance, we will now go harvest my crops, we no go disturb una again, we no go buy una again. Now again, they don't turn around, say no more. You got to bring 20 million naira or you will not harvest your farm. This thing is happening live and direct from Gatakawa community inside Kankara local government area of Katsina State. As I'm talking to you right now, the farmers there don't they carry their belongings, they sell, so that they fit raise money, take pay, then can go harvest their farm products. Kai, the country where we dey, see the kind of country where we find ourselves. So as a farmer now, before you go harvest your product, you need to pay bandits. You need to pay them. Those ones who don't get to pay, they carry their products, they carry their belongings for houses, go they sell. So I'm talking to you right now, they sell their belongings. I know that community very well. I've been there. I stayed around that place for like 2 months. That's Gatakawa. I did there for like 2 months before I come out, come go do some come out, enter Takarida, all in Katsina State. So I know those community very well. Like you know if you tell me about Katsina State, my state with that, you get. So the people are crying for help now. The community people are crying for help because a lot of them, many of those farmers, no get access to to 1 million, talk less of 20 million. And now the bandit, they demand 20 million from them. 20 million from them. Where they go from see this money now? And they get government. They get government who's supposed to protect them. But so Nigerians, I said make I bring her out, make una hear, because I know say the media no go tell una. They won't tell you these things that are happening. That farmers are asked to pay 20 million naira before they harvest their products in their farm. If they don't pay, they don't go fit enter their farmland. So pay or go pay to go get access to harvest your product, or forget about your product. And the situation where the people of Katakawa they right now inside Kankara community, inside Kankara local government area of Katsina State. Sorry, nice man, bring now up to speed.
All right, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Thank you very much for your time with us today. We'll not come again. Today is Wednesday, 12th November 2025. Yes, there's always things to talk about in Nigeria. That's why we need a lot of streamers that can be talking about what is affecting us, because we can't talk about all of them. You and I know there's no way we can talk about all of them. You see, now, before we talk for the next 2-3 hours now, I don't say make we close. Because there's a lot to talk about in Nigeria. You know, literally 90% of the things talking about or that is going on in Nigeria are all negative. If we have to focus on positive, there's no positive thing to actually talk about in Nigeria except within individuals. You know, when it comes to the government, 95% of anything to do with our government are all negative things to talk about. But we are here now. I'd like us to press on the like button, help us to share, press on the dollar sign if you can, encourage what we do here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Once again, I appreciate you all, my mother from Mama Diaspora. Good evening to you, Mommy. Thank you very much for all that you do. I appreciate you always for all that you do for us here. Thank you very much, my brother, Abu Aziz. Thank you for all that you do. I appreciate you. I appreciate your consistency. Thanks for always being there. Every one of you right there, a lot of people have commented today. Currently, we have 860 comments, so there's no way I can mention all names. But I just want you all to know that I appreciate everybody right there. Best Max, I can see you. Madam Peggy Modi, Michael Ganemaro, Mike Akambare. Thank you, Lady Eugenia. Black Panther, my brother. Love Maduka. Eva Line. Thank you, my good people. And God will bless you. Now, good enough star, I can see you. And God will bless you now. And those of you that have super chatted the platform already, Kiss the Ogerahi, I'm very, very grateful. God bless you. May your pocket never run dry. Thank you for all that you do, Madam. And Michael Oganemaro, thank you very much, sir. I'm very, very grateful. God bless you. Thanks for all that you do. Thank you for always being there. Guys, you can do the same. Rather than jumping the dollar sign, just leave a comment right there. You can just, even though it's $1, just $1, That will encourage us and give us, more deep enthusiasm to do more for you here. That's what encouragement is all about. But I'd like us to start with a call, then I'll come to my wonderful panelists here. Madam Origin, thanks very much for calling in already. I'd like you to talk to us. Good evening to you, man. Please talk to us.
Mr. Niger Watch, thank you so very much. Thank you for your platform. Thank you for setting up something called Niger Watch TV.
Thank you, ma'am.
That is TV for the people. I want to really gone all out, angry, and spew some things on the head of the Nigerian media. But it will be a waste because their shenanigan has gone too far and I think by now it's even too late to for them to make any amendments, because they whatever is happening inside Nigeria, they are a huge part of the problem. I greet Mommy Diaspora. Thank you, ma, for coming out every day, lending your heart, your mind, and every effort for humanity. Because I am going to concentrate on humanity and the youth, which are the most important people in the hem of affairs in whatever I'm going to talk about today. Mr. Niger Watch, of everything you showed, there was about Wike and the military show of shame. There is the former governor of Edo State, Baseki, Okwevolo, and the Oba in between. And you see drama, everything about this, the management and governance inside that place called Nigeria is drama, adults refusing to grow up. Now, I am going to concentrate on the people of Kankora local government. And thank God we do not lack reasonable people inside the Nigeria, whatever it is called. It's a concoction. We do not lack reasonable people. You are here, Mr. Niger Watch, working night and day, doing your own part for humanity. That young man that brought out the matter of the Kankora local government, that local government has a governor. That local government has supposedly should have a local government where they have chief, they have over, but nobody is talking for those people. And that brings me to also a caution. I'm going to give this caution to all the pastors that are in southern part of Nigeria. If you don't have anything reasonable, tangible, or godly to say, please shut up your mouth. Shut up your mouth and stop speaking for people that you don't care about. I didn't want to get angry, but I've had it with them. Whenever you see, go online, I want to watch what is going on about people complaining that there is genocide. The ones, except Coca anyway, that have sold both his soul, is southern pastors talking about what they don't know. The next thing they talk about their seats in their cozy air-conditioned church, and they're talking about they are coming to take their resources. We are talking about life, and you're talking about resources. They should be ashamed of themselves. But let me go back to what I came here to talk about. And that is about this Kankora local government that young man talked about. And I plead and I pray that someone should get their heads together and know that governance is about the people. and not about Wike coming out and dancing in shame. And Arise TV sitting there talking trash and rubbish. Arise TV, go to Concurrent Village and see what is going on there. You people need to get sense and do something and save the people. The Concurrent Village is an example of what is going on in that country. That all of you are sitting on your high stools and high horses, telling America to stay their day. And Puala left the he and his government, and had the audacity to go to take some air condition inside the United States and say he's coming to talk to who? These people have lacked shame. No wonder.
Okay.
No wonder what is going on in that country is going on. Mr. Niger Watch, thank you for airing that. That is the art of humanity you just did. Who knows? Arise can pick it up. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Ma. Thanks for sharing as well. Thank you. Okay. Any more callers quickly? Because I'm just moving on straight to my panelists now. You guys are good in calling while I'm, doing my presentation. But when there's time to call like this, you now see gap. And when there's gap, I can't stop my panelists from speaking. I appreciate you all right there. Thank you so much. And God will bless you now. I'd like us to listen to this. Thank you very much, Mr. Paul. Thanks for talking to us. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Nigeria Watch.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, my diaspora. Thank God for another day. We thank God for you, Mr. Nigeria Watch. Yeah, yesterday I wanted to talk about Wike. Let me just go straight to the point, sir. I don't know if everyone noticed what the young officer said to Wike. He said, I have integrity. I think that was what really made Wike to get angry the more. So, invariable, he's telling Wike that I have integrity. So, if everyone put meaning into what he said, it shows that Wike himself does not have integrity. So, that is the bone of contention. That is the word I picked up there yesterday. Well, I don't know who is right and wrong, but people have been complaining about the land grabbing of Minister Wike. And why were people saying this? They're saying it because they knew that he has been doing it, and the man in Aso Rock kept him quiet. They are in collaboration, sir. Because no minister would have been doing all this rubbish, and Commander-in-Chief wouldn't have, queried or even called him to order. So I think Wike is really working for Tinubu. That is the truth. The way forward, I think the way forward is the court is not really working anymore. Everybody is taking laws into their hands. So these people are standing maybe on wrong or right, I don't know. Wike himself is standing on wrong or right, I don't know. But the good news here is that for the first time, we see someone who puts Wike's in order and at least put shame on him. He could have gone inside there, they would have scattered all of their legs there yesterday. But why was he scared? I thought he said he's a man. He would have entered that place. But he left in shame and was making caricature of a call. Nobody even answered him. So it's a good thing that thing happened yesterday, so that we will see the gnash of the fowl. So that's really what I wanted to say yesterday. Thank you so much, Mr. Niger Watch.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. Because you ran out of time. That's why. Yesterday. Thank
It's
you,
okay. No, I understand, sir. I understand.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Joseph Orji, I can see you were calling in. Return your call quickly. Mother Deborah was also calling in. Okay. Okay, Mr. Joseph Roger, are you there?
Hello.
Okay, sir.
Hello.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you very much. Thank you for all you do, Mr. Elvis. Just a quick one, really. It's about 2 items. First and foremost, that video you played, that of Soludo, do you see, does that look like somebody who will go and speak to President Tinubu and ask for Nnamdi Kanu freedom? Does that look like someone who will look for the freedom of his fellow human being, Igbo man? Does that look like somebody who has a love, loyalty to a fellow human being other than himself? These people, I told you, my last comment about Igbos generally. I told you these people, there's too much selfish. I told you, IBO should be I before others. I'm telling you, extreme selfishness, no loyalty. That's exactly who these guys are. And the video I sent to you regarding Nnamdi Kanu, the man, the now announced president who went through hell and he was thrown into prison. This guy shared prison cell with Nnamdi Kanu before he was released. He was with Nnamdi Kanu throughout several months, and he has come out to speak. I sent the video to you. You need to hear what's been going, what Nnamdi Kanu has been doing there. He's been their hero in that place, locked up. They don't see this man as a terrorist. These are Fulani people talking about Nnamdi Kanu. Even the DSS themselves, they have huge respect. To be frank, and then all these people, exactly what he said. He said this is exactly what they are discussing. That Nnamdi Kanu even know this. His fellow who will almost lead those leaders. They don't want him to be released. They have first-hand information as to who is who, what's happening out there. Because the same people, they are giving them information. What these our Igbo leaders are doing. I'm telling you, you can see how very bad mouth, foul language. And that's what I'm telling you, an average Igbo man. But like that's how they are. I'm telling you, it's just unfortunate you have an exemplary figure. That's why I keep saying it. These people who appreciate something that is good. Somebody like Mr. Peter Obi, an exemplary figure, emanating coming from your enclave, and nobody can rally around him. You know what happened in 2023, Mr. Elvis? It was a surprise, It's a surprise. It can never be the same anymore. Any other time Mr. Peter Obi go for any more election, he probably won't have half of that amount of vote. From the East, I'm telling you, those massive votes he got in all those states, it would never happen anymore. These people totally, they don't have any loyalty. I'm telling you, I want to tell you anyone. Thank you, Mr. Elvis, please.
Thank you, sir.
I'm really annoyed.
Thank you, Mr. Joseph Roger. Thank you, sir. Okay, Madam Deborah, I'm returning your call quickly. I think that will be my last call for this evening. So I just hope you pick on time so that we can start talking on the panel. Guys, help us to press on the like, help us to share. Madam Deborah, you are not there.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Elvis. It's been a while.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening
Thank you,
to
ma'am. You called in yesterday.
Watching.
We missed your call yesterday, but it was late.
Okay, I went to work, so when I came back, I said, let me call, but okay. I think it was a bit late. Yeah, just a quick one. You see the video of the military, of the naval officer that was challenged Wike. You see, the only reason why that naval officer will get away with it, and you see that Wike has not been able to come out, and even his the APC cronies like Boala and the rest of them have not come out to talk. It's just because I think he's an Hausa or Fulani guy. He looked more like Fulani or Hausa, mixture of Hausa and Fulani. You see, when it happens, this is the kind of the justice system we have in Nigeria. Can you imagine for a bit if that guy was from the south or is an Igbo man, or is even from the South. Do you know the kind of backlash that guy would have gotten? But you see, the fact that he's from the North, they will not be able to do anything to him. He will get away with it and nothing is going to happen to him. That's the kind of country that we have. Some persons can do anything. I'm not saying he's wrong, to be honest, I support him standing up to Wike, because Wike too has been somebody that has abused his power, and I believe that is his own karma that came to him. He think he can just challenge everybody. Now he has come across a small boy from the North that has stood up to him and he couldn't do anything. It's just a shame. But my take on that is you can see the difference. Assuming that naval officer is from the South or is from the Southeast, I can guarantee you that it's not this kind of reaction that he will get. In fact, they will force him to come and apologize to Wike. But of course, because he's from a certain part of the country, you can see that the reaction is different. If it is somebody from the South that did exactly the same thing that this guy has done, I can guarantee you that he will still not get away with it. He will not get the support that this guy is getting. It would have been a very, very different situation.
All right.
But we are in Nigeria, where some certain parts of people can do anything and get away with it, while some certain parts of people in the country will be penalized no matter what they have done. So it's just the system is all messed up, and I really hope that even those people in power that think they can do everything and get away with it, this is a clear warning to them that one day the citizens can rise up against them, and there's nothing that they can do about it. Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for your good work.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yes, callers, I'm done for now. I'd like us to just move on straight to the panel. I appreciate every one of you right there. Please press on the like post to share. Thank you very much, Mr. Joseph Oji, for the super chat and your comment as well that you feel sorry for Mr. Peter Obi. For me, I don't know what they are doing to Mr. Peter Obi at this moment, because you all know that Peter Obi is the biggest threat in Nigeria politics, and they are doing everything possible to frustrate this man. But remember, they are not frustrating Peter Obi, they are frustrating you and I. Peter Obi have limits what he can take. He might get to some point now, the man might say, okay, no wahala, make a sit down for house. And the person or the people that will be affected will be you and I, not be Peter Obi. So let them continue to push him and let Nigeria continue to be silent. That's all I can say. Thank you very much. I would like us to start talking on the panel. Thank you very much, everyone on the panel. Mr. Jonathan, thank you. Our Dream Nation, King Emeka, thank you. Thank you, Black Panther, Madam Patricia, thank you very much. God bless you all, my people. Okay, I would like us to move on right now, but I need to be sure that King Emeka is the one that is there. Just say something. You don't need to open your camera.
I'm here.
Okay, you're already on the. Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah. Madam Patricia, please do something as well. I want to be sure you are the one that is there.
Good evening, Mr. Elvis. Mami, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. Okay, Mr. Jonathan, you have the floor, sir. Good evening to you. Talk to us.
Okay, Mr. Elvis. Thank you very much. I greet you today.
Thank you,
God
sir.
bless you. God bless you.
Yes,
Greatly. Good work. Thanks for the presentation. And fellow panelists, I greet you all. God bless you abundantly. From diaspora, welcome. God bless you greatly. And my fellow panelists, my fellow commenters and callers, I greet every one of you. You all welcome. God bless you greatly. Mr. Elvis, today I want to crave your indulgence and permission. I want to speak on the issue that we talked about yesterday. I will, but before I do, that was the issue relating to Nigeria election, what is the best way forward, and all the rest of it. So I want to crave your indulgence today.
Mr. Jonathan, you have the right. You can speak on the. You are the first on the panel. You have 15 minutes to do that.
Thank you.
15 minutes.
Thank you very much. But before I go on that, you see the issue of the royal artifacts of Benin. This is what I want to say on it. In Nigeria, generally, we are too entitled. The entitlement culture. It has been. We just love it. We love it so much. For most Nigerians, this thing. I don't think it is complicated. The Oba said the other day. For me, what I picked is that this is a scheme to reloot the artifacts. And that is what it is. People can be romancing words and be, Nigerians, we know how to spin. We're very, especially people that have public positions. They can spin, they can lie. This is what it is. This is the underlying factor. It is to reloot, and they come with different schemes. This is my own suggestion. The Oba has the pedigree to spearhead the fundraising for the Benin Royal Museum. He has the capacity, he has the pedigree, he has the wherewithal. Call the indigenes of Edo of Benin, both at home and abroad. One day, they will raise $100 million. There are Benin indigenous citizens that are architects all over, both at home and abroad, that will come up with fantastic architectural design so that the Oba, the Benin, the palace will be in charge. It belongs to the Benin people. It's the Benin heritage. Because by the time you are looking for funding from the Europeans, that is where all these things model up. And some people will see it as an entitlement. As a matter of fact, they want to steal part of that money. They will raise $30 million. They will raise $20 million here and there. They will loot more than 50-60% of that money. But when the people, the daughters, sons and daughters of Benin come together, both at home and abroad, one day on Niger platform, on this platform alone, if you, Mr. Evans, if you call for donation for the Benin Royal Museum, I guarantee you, one day you will raise 30,000 US dollars. How much more the Oba of Benin? This entitlement culture, we too love it in Nigeria, and politicians take advantage of it. It's just to reloot it. It is one thing to reloot the artifacts that belongs to the heritage of Benin Kingdom. It is another to now even steal the money meant for that museum. They have no limit. Everything is just about to steal and to loot, and then they will come out and spin the narratives. So this is just what I want to say on that. And I hope the Benin sons and daughters, you can take this to heart. Just do it. And then they can bury all this. What do you need the Europeans for? What do you need their money for? What do you need their donations for again? So, but on the issue of what we talked about yesterday, someone was on this platform yesterday, an individual came and asserted that elections are rigged in Canada. It is total aberration to make such a statement. On Niger Watch, somebody came and he said they rigged elections in Canada. For someone to come openly saying that elections are rigged in Canada without any proof or facts, it is, and at the same time, making false equivalencies. It is disgraceful, and totally uncalled for. If you have facts that elections are rigged in Canada, because, let me say this before I go forward, if I don't respond to this in the strongest time possible, it will be a disservice. A disservice to a country, Canada, that has given me so much. I wish I can say that of my country, Nigeria, one day. And my children and grandchildren can also say that of my motherland, Nigeria. But I can say that of this country, Canada. It will be a disservice for me not to comment on it. And I call on everyone who is in Canada, who is living in Canada, or you are a Canadian citizen, and you come to this platform, you must make your voice known on this matter. I call on you all. You all know yourself. If you have facts to that effect, that elections are rigged in Canada, please put forward your evidence and facts. Put it out. I will also help you out. I will give you the names, email addresses of major news anchor in Canada, of the CBC, because if you have such facts, you're supposed to go to people and talk to them so that they can bring it out. Canada is not Nigeria. Okay? Canada is not Nigeria. For whatever reason, and I don't want to waste my brain on that, trying to figure out your purpose, your agenda. I really don't want to spend too much time on that. If you have facts, bring it out. If you want support and help, I will help you out. I will give you names, email addresses of CBC major anchors, because you live in Canada, perhaps you are Canadian citizens. I will give you their names. I will give you the if you send email to CBC radio anchor David Common, I will give you his number. I will talk to him, and I will also give you his number, because they will work. Canada is not Nigeria. You have facts. You come to Niger Watch and you say they rig elections in Canada, and you have facts and evidence, and you cannot bring it out, and you cannot go to the media in Canada. I am putting you on the line, that individual. I will give you the names, email addresses of at least 4 of the major news anchor. I will give you one, CBC Canada, David Common. If you are in Canada and you live in Canada and you follow politics in Canada as you claimed, and you don't know David Common, then you need to go to places where you will be ranting all these lies. You need to find a different platform. You can't go away with that here. It's not possible. And this is also an individual who put himself forward to be the spokesman of Mr. Peter Obi. He wants to be the spokesman of Mr. Peter Obi. That is laughable. For me, that is laughable. This is not the Nigeria that we need. Certainly, this is not the Nigeria that we need. We need a better Nigeria. I will simply compare. This person wants to be the spokesman of Mr. Peter Obi, and then you become the Boala of our time, of Nigeria today. You become the Felix Moka of our time today. So that you can come and spin fact and make false equivalencies. Comparing United States, the crime in United States, to terrorism in Nigeria, to genocide in Nigeria. Making false equivalencies to the fact that there is the cross carpet in United States as well, the cross carpet also in United Kingdom as well, the cross carpet in Canada as well, and comparing that to the cross carpeting we're seeing in Nigeria.
Again, you can go and sell that to a different set of people. It cannot fly where someone like myself is seated. It can't. Without facts and evidence, please bury it. If you know you have your facts that elections are rigged in the nation Canada, bring it out. If you're a politician, bring it out. Let the media know about it. It will be interesting. I guarantee you. If you go to Andrew Shank, you know who, if you live in Canada, you know who Andrew Shank of CBC TV. You know him. I guarantee you within 5 days, and you have your facts, it will be on national TV in Canada. Because what you are saying can bring down the government of Canada. If indeed you have facts and proof that elections are rigged in Canada, and you go to these channels that I'm talking about, the government will fall. That is the country that I have lived for over 25 years. Get it straight. So don't come here and peddle such things. We should know the limits. If we want to make a point, we don't have to be so desperate because we want to make a point and then we'll go too far. That's what they do in Nigeria. There's no limit to how far they can go to put out false narratives, to put out false equivalencies, comparing what is not with what is real. They're very good at it in Nigeria. We see that every day. That's why the anchor said here earlier, there's no good news in Nigeria. You can't find good news. Unless you want to put out propaganda. If it is propaganda that you want to put out, oh my God, everybody will be laughing here. If it is propaganda that you want to promote here, everybody will be laughing here. Everybody will be laughing if it is propaganda, because it will all be good news all around. But if you want to say the truth and you want to face the facts, there is no good news to say about Nigeria as we speak right now. Now, from where? From the economically, politically, even in the lives of ordinary people in their social lives? Nothing. Unless you want to spin the facts and the truth. Mr. Elvis, I will leave it there for now so that other panelists can take over. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Jonathan. That submission you gave for Edo State, the artifacts, thank you. Although I understand that not everybody that will agree, but thanks for that one. And thanks for coming back to the conversation yesterday. I appreciate your submission, sir. But I'd like us to also hear from Mr. Emeka. He's the second person on the panel. Maybe he would also like to reference to that. But remember, you all are only using your minutes. Like yesterday, people wanted to cheat me. My minutes don't finish. Now the thief for inside my own. I said no. Now take now. I'm not the thief of my own. I'm not thief for
Today, not just talk. Just sit down for that your computer chair. Not just interfere. See you get monologue. Just sit down inside your chair. Let us talk our mind out here. No come give us rules where we do not follow.
I not give you law. If you not,
so make everybody come tell me to say you go come take my First Amendment right here. Make I just put that one forward now. I'm a blunt, straightforward person.
Agbiri, it's okay. Thank you. Thank you. For you scatter everywhere again. Mr. Alabo, no, they see you. Inside darkness you dey. I'm not sure saying that you did there. I'll put you at the basket.
I mean, no put me on, calm down.
Oh yeah. Mr. Emeka, thank you, sir. Good evening to you. You have the floor.
Yeah, Mr. Elvis, thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here today, expressing our opinions, whether you like the opinion or not. You see, like they say, people with high intellect discuss matters, people with low intellect discuss people because they don't know, they lack substance. So, Mr. Elvis, unfortunately, I don't have your personal line. I would have shared a couple of evidences to show you how elections were rigged in Canada in 2011. There have been people coming out talking about how voters were being suppressed. Not only that, the current leader of the Conservative Party, how the ballot papers were, it, the way they tried to manipulate the riding, his riding in Ottawa, where he lost out, and he now decided to go to another province to contest, and they decided to do the same thing again. Um, those are the tactics that is used. So, but if we want to begin to compare the sort of rigging that we have in, probably in advanced country to what we have in Nigeria, you will definitely see a wide divide. You see, this was the same narrative thrown out in 2020 in the United States when Trump was talking about how he was rigged out due to mailing ballots, and they all tried to shut him, even went to court. They threw out his cases, tried to suppress any stuff. People, even in media houses, were saying no, no evidence, no this, no that. Currently, now the evidence is coming out after how many years? The 2020 election in the United States was rigged. Similar situation in Nigeria. Peter B2, he made his complaint. Atiku also made their complaint. They went to court. People say, "Oh yeah, go to court and go and prove it." They went to court. The court told them you're unable to prove that there was election malpractice and it is material in the country. It wasn't long ago. I know some people may have amnesia and they can't remember. And what happened? They threw away the result, and everybody was shouting that the judges have been compromised. I want to say, from a practical point of view, I know many of us here are moralists. That's fine. Me, I'm a practical individual. I say what's on the ground, what you see, because you can't look for idealism. Idealism is good, but if there's a far divide between what is ideal and what is currently on ground, you have to work with what is currently on ground and you provide solutions for what is currently on ground. It's very difficult. It's extremely difficult to prove prove rigging. Very, very difficult in court. When you do that, you must show how material it is to the total result. And if it's not material enough, the court will tell you it doesn't change anything. You have to go. So in every country, there's a percentage for either maybe it might be error, like what they tried to in the 2020 election, what they told the what do they call the electoral machine, and I think that was one of the reasons why Tucker Carlson was sacked. I'm forgetting the name, please. I'll try to remember the name of the company. When Fox was trying to push that the machine was changing the results for Trump to Biden. Eventually, it came out that that was the case. And what did Trump do this time around? He came up with controls. He brought control mechanism to checkmate those issues that occurred in 2020. He learned from it. So that was what I was trying to say. I know some other individuals tend to enjoy ranting about problems of Nigerians instead of thinking about solutions. Maybe some people enjoy wailing. Wailing does not change anything. You can't wail out a solution. You must think. You must think deep. You must come up with solutions and you must implement. Even if you come up with solutions, you have to implement. If you don't implement, you're not solving the problem. So, That's why I don't want to go about discussing yesterday's issue, but anyway, it's good to always have a rebuttal for, especially for thinking individuals who would always want to talk about people instead of talking about the facts, opinion, criticize your opinion, have healthy debate, and probably come to a conclusion. So, like what I was saying, in Nigeria, to win an election for the president, you need to spend money. Approximately, as at I think the last time 2015, it was estimated that $20 billion. That's what you need. You know, Elvis did a good job highlighting three factors, trying to divide it. That's really nice. If you are wishing that Nigeria would one day, or politicians will one day turn around, they will have the fear of God and say, okay, we don't want to rig again, then you must be a moron. Politicians, because of power is something people of means want. And then I would cite an example. When the American revolutionists were tired of the British monarch and the tea tax, they didn't cry, they didn't wail, they didn't say, we wish things would get better. We wish the king in England would change his mind and remove these tea taxes that are always increasing. Oh, we are suffering. Oh, we are dying. Oh, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Oh, England is killing us. Oh, this new country, they want to spoil it. Oh, this. No, they went to war. They declared war on the king and England, and they won, and they won their freedom. No, it's not about coming through the back door or through the window. You are breaking the door to come in. You are taking power from those who don't want you to have it. And I categorically said yesterday that this fight is a fight against the masses and the political class. The political class do not care about the masses. They care about retaining power by any means necessary. They care about obtaining power by any means necessary. And they care about sustaining power by any means necessary. And you can tell from the outlook of every election cycle in Nigeria that these people are ready to kill, these people are ready to steal, these people are ready to do anything to either obtain this power, retain this power, and sustain this power. And here you are as a moralist, which is very good. There's nothing wrong with being a moralist. You are saying you want power. You are saying you want to change the country. And then you are talking about, oh, these people should have the fear of God. You are talking to people who are not on the same wavelength with you. You want to change the system, you must first have power. If you don't have power, you are outside. You can continue to make the noise. And then I want to say that the political class, when the masses are crying, is allergic to their ears. If they don't hear you, when you are screaming, they don't hear you. Their ears are blocked. You are busy talking to the wall. But if you truly desire power and you want to change, many of you say you trust P2B. P2B, yeah, no problem. He doesn't need to be involved, but you have to fight for power. And you must wrestle power against these individuals. I will stop here. Maybe when I have the time, I can talk about the practical things that one can do to obtain power from these individuals. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, King Emeka. I appreciate you, sir. Okay, Black Panther, then I come to Mother Patricia before our Gym Nation. Black Panther, you have the floor. Good evening to you, my brother.
My brother. Good evening to everybody. May God bless every one of us. I want to thank Mommy in Diaspora. More grace to you and to every viewers that are here to listen to truth, not rhetoric. We don't speak rhetoric here. We speak truth. And when you are in truth, truth will make you stand. But rhetoric will make you fall at the end. Now, Nigerians are ungrateful. Many Nigerians, I'll say 75% of Nigerians abroad, they are ungrateful. Mr. Jonathan, may God bless you for your analysis. I would like to talk back on the Nigerians you saw in Dubai carrying axe, bringing courtesan from Nigeria, tore another man's land. Those are the disgraced Nigerians. Those are the ungrateful Nigerians, and they will never change. Because when you go into an environment, the first thing you learn the history of that place. You learn the ethics of that place. And you know in that place, if they go with facts, you erase all the shenanigans and the abnormalities you have learned in your country. You now bank on true facts and figures. You don't stand, nothing stand on rhetoric. Nothing stand. But the truth can stand the test of time till the end of the earth. It can stand. But rhetoric cannot stand. Fact can stand the test of time because fact is the truth. Now, my brother here said, oh, he heard from a president that he said, I cannot, they read the election in America. You're having the majority vote does not give you the presidency. But in Africa, having the majority stolen vote can give you the presidential seat. And everything, every fact being spoken was vetted in the court of law, which is not corrupt, was vetted by independent body, searching and bringing down every computer software that they use in the Georgia election. That was their case of reference. And nothing by the independent media that was brought by the independent monitoring company that was brought by the person, by the people that said they rigged the election, and nothing was found in it. They went all the way, a culture that has been built in America for the past more than decades, more than 2 decades, early voting. They say that was the mechanism you used. They checked all the early voting. Nothing was found there. That was the case was rested. QED, Quarret Endra Demonstranda. It was defined and the case was thrown into the trash bin. And
Mr.
anybody that brings it up again.
Just
Yes, sir.
please, just then. On this matter, Fox News paid over $1 billion cash to settle out of court because of the lies that they perpetrated.
God bless you, my brother. Thank you.
$1 billion. And somebody will say it is still not the case. Well, we leave it for the right-minded people to think.
I will be ungrateful. Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. I will be ungrateful to start speaking rhetoric to the states, the country that has given me the best of it all. And I'm giving the best of mine to the country. And that is the United States of America. I will be ungrateful not to find out the facts and start telling lies against a country that have been existing for more than 300, 250 years. With a democracy they gave to Africa. That Africa is making a caricature. Africa is telling them how to read, want to teach them how to read. Africa want to bring a percentage that every democracy in the world has a percentage. You can see how ungrateful a black man can be if he wants to be. A man that is carrying axe all over Nigeria, it is very difficult to stop him from carrying axe when he's outside the country. Now, I would like to go to the
What happened in Edo State? You see that young man that is the commissioner in Edo State, that guy is aiding and abetting fraudulent, and they call it 419 in Nigeria. Aiding and abetting, obtaining by tricks. This same young man said that they are building that the Mowa, which is now turned to Mowa, was a different thing from the Benin Royal Museum. He said all the things, all the proceeds, that it was the proceed that they got from the Western world, who also sometimes they aid and abet criminality because they don't care to investigate. All they care is what they will get. They are running after the dollar or euro. That is what they care. And the Benin monarch was right that they are about to reloot the artifact again. Let me tell you, to shock every one of you. Do you know that the monarch, after everything, they wanted to co-opt the monarch to sign a paper that would have transferred the artifacts to them. That would have transferred the artifact to Obaseki and his chronics. And again, to buttress my point, that the criminality and aiding and abetting of this crime, do you know the Oba made a fundamental statement, which one of you, which sometimes I find it difficult, it purges my being. Obaseki and his cohorts co-opt the prince, the heir to the throne, into believing that what they are doing is the birthday gift to his father, the king, Omonoba Ikuapolopolo. Those are the criminalities they've done. And when they come out to spew rubbish, now give me some seconds, please. When they come out to spew rubbish, like the Oga Jonathan said, they like to spew rubbish in Nigeria. When they come out to spew rubbish, they know that we have gullible people. But what they did there, we call it a disgrace. I will speak on that the second time. Now, thank you. Anybody that will believe that Obaseki is doing the right thing, you should go and look at the electricity he gave you, the power project, the 419 did. You people have forgotten. Thank you, Nigeria Watch.
All right, my lovely brother, I appreciate you. God bless you. Thanks for your submission. Okay, before I will call on Madam Patricia, I want to quickly pass this message to Olumide Akinwumi. Olumide, I thought you are a responsible person. Fortunately, with that comment you dropped just now, it showed that you are always be fake on this platform. So with that, I'm going to activate the power that I have here. I'm going to ban you for 1 year. The next time you come to this platform, if you wish to ever come back, will be November 12, 2026. You are banned for 1 year, good 1 year, for the comment that you commented on this platform. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. I would like to come to Madam Patricia. Thank you very much, man. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Good evening, Mr. Evans.
Thank you, ma.
It's been a while, though. More than obvious. Everybody, good evening. Mommy Diaspora, good evening. Nigeria's home and abroad, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here again. I've been following, but not fully participating. I mean, when I participate, I lend my voice. That's how I see it. So if I'm not lending my voice, then I'm not really participating. I'm just, a passerby. So thank God today I have the time I can join. Anyway, I am out for this guy called Very Dark Man. I've listened to him a couple of times and all the video he's doing to get views. I can tell you that to me, I don't really make any sense from his submission. But Nigerians are, yes, gullible, so they can be sharing him up. I mean, who is he to come here. I due to the thing you presented, saying Hausas are more brave than us. Listen, you know nothing. Your generation know nothing. This message is directly to very dark man. You and your generation know nothing about how brave the Benin Empire was and can still be, only if we can shake ourselves out of this dust they put us for so long and decide that we want to be what we used to be. Hausas are not to be compared to us. They are not as brave as us. For me to hear you say they are as brave, they are brave, that almost that everybody else, they should hide their face. Look, very dark man. You don't know who you be. That's the reason why you can talk like that. Is it because we embrace the Hausas or the Fulani? Because it's only Hausa we know before. We thought Hausa were part of us. Okay? Hausa were part of Nigeria from the beginning. That is when we were trading together. We traded with Hausa people. We never traded with Fulani. We embraced them. It is the Hausas that accommodated the Fulani, thinking that for their religious background or for their religious oneness, they were the same. Okay? That's how, because we embraced the Hausas as one of us, we decided to let go of some things that they are doing now to us. Is it buying? If they can remove somebody's head, we can remove somebody's head too. But we decided to leave all those things behind because we wanted to accommodate them. Yes, that's the truth. We wanted to accommodate them. And now we accommodated the Hausas. Hausas brought Fulani. You have to understand where you are coming from, because if you don't know your history, you can never know where you are going, and that's why you are talking rubbish online all the time. I'm talking to you, very dark man. But rubbish you dey talk. Rubbish all the time. What's that? Giving a credit?
Okay, Mother Patricia, when was that? When did you make the video?
The video you saw today. The video you played today. Talking about how Hausa is so bold, so brave. We are like cowards. He didn't use the word cowards, but he was saying that Hausa are braver than us in a way that if you look, you have to read the lines.
Madam Patricia, you are very, very right.
Okay.
So let me continue my this thing. When I finish, please. Thank you. So all I'm saying is that if you don't look, it's not because we decide to embrace them. Okay? We embrace Hausa, we didn't embrace Fulani. Hausa brought Fulani. And today, the same Hausa that brought Fulani is what Fulani is killing. They are buying them. And now they've infiltrated everywhere. Now, there's no level play field. Okay? There's no level play field for us to go back to what we used to be. Because Buhari came, he said, everybody come and drop their gun. Everybody dropped their gun from the south. But Hausa Fulani kept their knife and their dagger and their weapon. Who is deceiving who? Then you from the south telling me that Hausa is braver than you? Coward! Look, Mr. Elvis, make that man, make he hide the face. Oh. Hide the face. You don't know what he's doing. Are you giving them power, or you are reducing them? You reduce their power by telling them that you are the cowards and they are the brave ones. What nonsense is that? If you don't know where you are coming from, go and ask. Ask
Ask your grandfather in the grave. They can tell you. Okay? Don't come here and tell me that I am a coward. My people have never been coward. We embrace Hausa, not Fulani. We embrace Hausa, not Fulani. So, very dark, but this message is for you. To you. When you are coming to talk on your platform, know how you talk. Don't come and tell me that we are cowards. We are never cowards. As I did here, so how many years will I be? I'm still ready to go to war. I'm still ready. You hear me? I not be that kind of person where you be say like you. If you don't know where you come from, I know where I come from. So not come and generalize here. They tell us say Hausa brave, I be Fulani brave, Northern as brave, Southern as coward. You look unless I not see you. If I see you I go pour spit for your face. As you talk say you go pour spit for people's face. You don't know who you be. So not can they let us believe say we be cowards. We are not cowards. We are brave and we embrace Hausa, not Fulani. Hence they are taking advantage now of us. Okay? And there's no level play field as we speak. Hausa Fulani can go around carry AK-47, carry dagger. But if you see a small pin on my hand, you will say, I am trying to use that pin to kill somebody. But Fulani go carry big cutlass, the waka or dagger. Nobody go stop her. So is there a level play field? Is there a level play field? So black, what did they call you? Very dark man. They warn you. I don't listen to you many times. And nearly all your this thing, they kind of is offline. I don't know. Nigerians are gullible, so they can listen to you and get excited. Mr. Iris, I'll leave on there. Thank you.
All right, Madam Patricia, I'm kind of lost because the reason why I'm lost, if you disagree with what Very Dark Man said, I don't have any issue with that, but your submission shows that you already have some kind of disagreement with his videos, his submissions, and there's so much anger in your submission in describing him. You know, I don't know. I think it's entitled to his opinion, whatever he wants to say. If you don't like it, just disagree and move on. But the anger in your expression towards Very Dark Man, that's my concern. I don't know why, because the video that I played today, what he said is not, I don't think it was that bad. You know, it was only talking about Wike and the Navy officer. To be honest, I'm lost with the submission though. I'm just lost. Maybe I might be able to recuperate later, but for now I'm lost. But nevertheless, I'd like us to move on. Mr. Alabo, talk to us. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Mr. Nigerians. Good evening, Madam Patricia. We welcome you. You don't scatter water. What the Very Dark Man go do you? Yeah, good evening, sir, for what you do. We miss you, Madam Patricia. Welcome. We're happy to have you back. Mr. Elvis, thank you and God bless you for what you do. We appreciate your effort. Our mommy diaspora, we appreciate you, man. You are doing great for your great country. Nigerians, well, I don't want to be carried away with this Madam Patricia and the Very Dark Man. Let us talk about the very one that is really affecting us today, which is the Christian genocide and the character of a lot of people, the hypocrisy of our pastors, Southern pastors. You see, one thing, I would like a lot of you Nigerians to go back to history. Go and read history about Syria. Read history about Turkey. When you read history about these people, then you will understand what is happening in Nigeria.
My brother, put Iran included.
And Iran, yeah, my brother, thank you. So I want you guys to read history. It didn't happen for a long time. It takes them years, decades, but they achieve it. Nigeria own started. Usman Danfodo started the journey. And the migration continued. They were unable to penetrate the south, but they stopped in Kwara. And they captured Kwara. And the middle belt was difficult for them. When we are growing up in history, we read in school, what we hear is Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo. There is nothing like Fulanis. So, but today, what are you hearing in the news of Nigeria? Everywhere you go is Fulanis. Go to your military, is Fulanis. Go to your embassies, is Fulanis. Go to any ministry in Nigeria, is Fulanis. So they have captured the institution. They have captured even the Asurok. When you hear of the Kaaba, they are the people. Tinubu cannot stay today as a president. It's a vow. It's an oath he took before he got into office. That is why people like Matawale and what is the other one? Minister of Defense. All of them you see, they are there for a purpose. It's an agreement he got with them. Is it the security advisor? So this is how they have gotten into the country and they have captured every institution in the country. They are the cabal. They control what happened in Nigeria. Is it the oil that is running in my state? They control it. Is it the water that is running in your backyard? They control it. Is it your forest? They control your forest. They even know your forest more than you, the villagers who live in those places. Because what do you do in the forest? How many of you go to farm? Few people go into apart from the farmers. That is why these guys can come and capture people and take them to there. So when you people who are in the south, because you have in your air-conditioned church, you think, consign you. If they happen for not, don't worry. The people in Middle Belt, if they are told them today that what they are facing in Middle Belt, they will see it. When the people migrated and come to meet them, they accepted them and took them, and they wouldn't have allowed that. What is the agenda of these people? Get into that place, give birth, uncontrollably. Then you are talking about born 1, born 2, born 3. But one of them can give birth to 20-something, 50 children. They don't know where they are. Then at
Sorry,
the end,
Mr.
all of them.
Alabo. Sorry,
Yes,
not even that. Not even give birth to themselves. They come back. They go back.
Sorry,
They go
Madam
marry.
Patricia. Take water, take water.
They go marry indigenous.
Take water.
They
Sorry.
will say,
Bless you. Okay, Madam
they will
Patricia,
marry
just take water.
indigenous.
Okay.
Yeah, they will marry. They will tell them marry indigenous. Convert them. That's a strategy.
Yeah, that is where I'm
Marry
coming. That is
indigenous.
where I'm coming. Yeah, thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is where I'm coming. They come into the place. They don't come with fight when they first come. They will come with their business. They will come with things. They will be so friendly with you. So the ones that will live into the community will live. By the time they begin to invite others. So that is why even in you, I want you to look around, you that lives in Lagos. If you don't control your gate, one of them will be your security man. Before you know, they open one kiosk in front of your gate. Inside that kiosk, over 10 of them can live there, or 20. It happened like this. What is the agenda? Go in, populate the place. Then when anything happens, we can come in. And when they come in like that, they are already in the midst of you. They understand your place. If anything comes, that place is like the way it's happening in the Middle Belt, because now they want to capture the whole of the north. They want to Islamize the whole of the north, because it's difficult for them to Islamize Plateau State. It's difficult for them to do that. They are doing that in Kaduna as I'm talking to you. In Benue State, it's difficult. So they want to do this thing. What are we going to do? Go into the villages. By the time everybody are living in the city. So people in Benue State, most of them are in Makurdi, which is the capital of Benue State. So those ones in the rural area, that you have your village in the rural area, the Fulanese people, they have occupied your rural areas. In Plateau, in other places. A lot of people are enjoying in Jos. Like once you come in River State now, you have Port Harcourt. People left, everybody are in Port Harcourt enjoying. But these people have taken over your villages. And when they take over the villages, you cannot return home. But their cow is in your village. Before you go, they have changed the name of your village in one way to Fulani's name. In them to come, they are still the people in government. They are still the people controlling the judiciary. They are still the people controlling the police. They are still the people controlling. Forget about that. You have IG. IG will give order. Yeah, some people will give a different counter order. IG order will not work. Forget about you are seeing a chief of defense staff. He's a Yoruba man. He's Yoruba man. He's just there. He's just there as a puppet. The security people they are put in place from the Fulanese will matter the order that the man will give. It won't reach anywhere. The Fulanese will give their own different order, and that is their own that will go. And that man, you see, their chief of defense staff, he cannot do anything. He can't touch them because his life is at risk. They can take him. Because the next man close to him is a Fulani. The other man who is commanding other places is Fulanese. So they have infiltrated the system in a way you can't do anything. These people, that is their priority. They are taking over. And you sit down. You saw Adeboye Jora they talking. He has finally come out to talk here. Because Nigeria cries out, calling him out. You will see now other pastors, now that is why other of them now begin to come out to begin to talk those rubbish you hear them talking. Because you think you are in Port Harcourt. You think you are in Lagos. It's happening in Benue State. It's happening in Plateau State. Go and read the history, what happened in Iran. Go and read history of Syria. The Damascus you used to hear in Bible. The places you know Christian dominated. Go and read history, what happened in Turkey today. So when you begin to understand, then you will know that Nigeria is in danger. The more you they look, the less you will be seeing. These people are coming in. I'm telling you, in my own state, River State, these people block a whole road for their Friday's prayers. They block the whole road. Can any Christian do that in Kano? Can any Christian do that in Zamfara? They block the whole road and you can't do anything. Cars cannot pass until they finish whatever they are finished. They want to do. That is in a place you think you have. So they are taking over everywhere. When you think if these people can come, how do they manage to travel to our community in Ondo State? If you think you have security because you have your church in Port Harcourt, you think they can reach to you. How did they manage to do? They were aided and supported by people, saboteurs in the military of Nigeria, in the Nigeria state. And they went to church, you see the massacre they caused in that church. Today, that community have not recovered. So you think, because you are in the south, nothing is happening. The blood of those people crying. Those their red oil that is crying. Sorry, Mr. Niger, for using another word. He is crying today. Every one of you will witness it. You that is supporting and saying nothing of such is happening. When you open your eyes, even the core Fulani people, the core Muslim, Imam, some of them who are against, are speaking against this kind of thing happening. The Christian leaders in the north who are living there suffering the thing, apart from people like Bishop Cookers, who knows their shady business they are doing and who are supporting government today. The same people who led delegates petitioned the Nigerian government for the same thing. Today, Bishop Cooker is speaking for the government, in favor of the government. There is no more concern. We know those ones are political people. But the core people who are suffering this, the same Catholic priest, the same Catholic reverends, are the one who are suffering. They are crying. Where is Bishop Cooker? He's at the center of city. He's a friend of the Sultan of Sokoto. He has security. But the people, the foot soldiers, those priests in the rural area
who are in those churches who are suffering the kidnapping and the buying and whatever things happening. They are the ones suffering. He is a big man who is enjoying life. He has security, he has police given to him. But those priests in the field, they don't have those security. Those are the ones who are talking. But we know there is one God that every one of us believe, and that is the Almighty God. He shows mercy to who he shows mercy. And Nigerians, I want you to mark it. Characters like Daniel Buhalas and Reno Omokri and all of them, Felix Moka, Nigerians watch. It won't take up to 1 year. It won't take up to 2 years. You will see tears that will come out from their own eyes. They will cry to seek for help from Nigerians. From the same thing they are defending, they will face the same thing. Thank you, Mr. Niger Watch, and God bless you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Alabo. Emeka, please say something because you came back, you didn't on your camera. I need to be sure you are there.
Yeah, sorry, I was on a call.
Okay.
I had the meeting here.
Okay, then that's fine. Okay, now we're going to have our final submission, and I'm giving, if I give to 2 minutes, it's only going to be 10 minutes. Coming up for the 10 minutes. So let me give 30 minutes for this final submission. Please, let's manage it within ourselves so that you guys can say enough in case you want to. But I want Mr. Alabo to handle that 30 minutes.
Why not make 1 hour, guy?
Why 1 hour now?
No,
1 hour is flat now. I'll give it a flat rate.
You know, say na
One
good
hour
man.
too much. Black Panther.
You know, say na good man. Don't worry.
And say we still get energy for body.
Okay,
Black Panther, don't worry. Niger Watch know what to do. No, they.
Oh, now give my 5 minutes. I leave now.
All right. Make I give priority to Madam Patricia. Mona, sorry, I beg. All protocol, I beg. Mogu give her to just speak. She wants to leave. Madam Patricia, your 5 minutes now.
Okay, I bet more than no stretch am more than waiting Mr. Elvis talk because now I know
Tell them now before you go.
Now 1 hour. Now 1 hour.
Now they tell them so because look, Black Panther, Mr. Black Panther, you dey where you dey. Mr. Elvis, I know where you.
Madam Patricia, you know what Elvis do for me yesterday? To me yesterday.
No,
go watch the video.
No worry, that one na small thing.
Now lie, you know be small thing, no. I go do it today for am.
But what you do for this platform sef sometimes, me myself, you know, say me and you na so cataract with the be here sometimes. So just leave that one when e do to you. Forget I don't know wetin e do, but leave am. Today, make we get 30 minutes as they say. 6 minutes do now. Not be 5 of us.
No, that one no go work.
Madam Patricia, just talk. No put your mouth for this one. No worry. No worry. We know what we do.
Look,
don't talk. Go sleep.
You don't
go
know the
sleep.
stress when you that place.
You know the stress. You go still go play game. You go still go play video game. You know the stress anything.
You still get life now. You not get life.
You get life. You want to take the life from me hand?
Now you want now because if they tell you now.
Na lie. That man is still there. That man is still there. Strong past lion.
Mr. Alabo, 30 minutes is 30 minutes. I beg.
That Niger was na white lion 2 times.
Mr. Alabo not here. Mr. Alabo is not on the.
I am here.
Just madam, you get 5 minutes. Talk.
Don't worry, talk. We know how we do it. Madam Patricia, go ahead.
I don't see your face. I don't see where now you change your icon.
Now me hold Nigeria green hand so.
Okay, now new one be that one. Okay. Well done. Hold on strong. Okay. Something was catalyzed the
Madam Patricia, beg. You go break my ribs. So.
Anyway, una do well. Oh my God. Wike when they come out, they wait. I beg Wike. I sorry for him in a way because he just go there to disgrace himself. The military, whatever, personnel. But this is the impunity we are talking about now. It's from both sides. They say whether then they want you know, that they build illegally. The federal Air Force come there, say this and that, and this was happening. But you know what? I don't want to put myself into all those discussion. Let me go straight to what is happening about the Christian genocide that is happening, and everybody is coming out to say nothing like that. Look, everyone that is saying there is nothing like that, now God, now go help me, make una be victims of this same thing that you people are saying is not happening. Because everyone knows that this has been something that has been going on since the 70s. I've said it here on this platform before, from the beginning. It's not today. It's just gone worse. Okay? It has been there. And I'm even before I even joined this platform this night, I was thinking, is there a way for we to get ourselves together and go to the British monarch and say, look, this concussion called Nigeria that you put us together, you know, and you said if after 100 years, if we don't fit, we can go. But because of the greediness of some of our people, which is less than 1% of the southern people, Southerners, enjoy this sort of concussion, 99 are suffering, and many are buying. Can you come back and help us break this concussion? Because now, for we to break out from this concussion, it's not as easy. Because they have taken us, they have stripped us of every amenities that we can use. And they have all the weapons and everything. So how are we going to be able to come out of this quagmire that we found ourselves? The British is what that put us together. So I was contemplating this evening. It's time we must come together and go to them and say, look, this thing you put together is not working. You cannot put Christians and Muslims in one place. It's not possible. Maybe you didn't make a calculation very well, but now it has come to this. We don't have any power to
Madam
fight
Patricia, don't forget to mention Zik name.
Anyway, I'm not going to want to measure that. We are talking about now. This is now. So we're going to need to go come together and really go there. Go protest. Say we want out. We want out. Even if the politicians say they don't want out, they are not speaking for us. They are not speaking for us. They are not. They have their records. This Western, whatever, all of them have their records. They have the record that how many percent of Nigerians are enjoying this Commonwealth. They have it. This union, first union, that has not worked and it will never work. Forget it. It will never work. Nigerians, who now when the food they expect it will work. It can never work. Wake up from your slumber and your dullness and idleness and smell what is coming to destroy you. Smell it before it comes.
Round up, Madam Patricia.
So I think that is what we need to do. We need to come together. We cannot look now at the moment. We cannot separate it. Look, Una, they can't cry out. That's you saw where he is. Who else is going to cry out? The British people that put this thing together, these British people that will come and dissolve it as it is now. So this is my suggestion. That we that want to, if we want to preserve ourselves and our generation yet unborn, as a people, this is the way we should go. Ignoring all this 1% of us that is telling us it is a good marriage, it's a good union. The 1% cannot speak for 99.
No, no, not when we come out and say we are saying no to this treatment, this unjust marriage. If
Thank
we
you,
come
Madam
out and say
Patricia.
that, we will have results. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Patricia. You don't see why we say 1 hour. You don't take 8 minutes. So. Okay. So now, you don't go argue with us. All right. Mr. Jonathan, if you are there, sir, please
Thank
speak
you.
to your people.
Thank
They are
you.
waiting to hear your voice.
I greet you guys again. Madam Patricia, I greet you. It's been a while. I greet you once again. Welcome. You know, Nigeria is not just only, you characterize Nigeria as a fake union. Yes, it's a false union. It's not, it's a fake union. You know, it's a fake union, and it is only the truth. As it stands right now, the only thing that can keep the country together or continue to sustain that country is the truth. But there is no capacity to keep or to say the truth. So eventually, it's going to collapse. It's going to, that's a fact. There's nothing to keep the truth. They can't say, they cannot come out with the truth. Because the truth itself will be the catalyst to the end of Nigeria. The truth itself, if they come out with the truth, that is the end of Nigeria. So they cannot say the truth. So they have to continue with the lies so that they can keep this fake, false union together. It's only a matter of time. And that is what some people want Nigerians of this generation to enter into that falsehood with them, enter into that fake union with them, so that we will live our parents, they live through it, we are living through it, so that we can pass it to our children. Our children can continue to live in that fake false union. But as they will say, the chicken has come home to roost. We're seeing it. It's playing out in God's own way. It's just playing out. You and I, we have no hand in it. It will just play itself out. That fake false union will collapse. The current situation of United States saying that they will come to Nigeria, they will come and fight terrorism, is an indication that this false union cannot hold any longer. That is why you see them, they are running helter-skelter like a chicken whose head has been cut off. They are running helter-skelter now to keep it together. If United States continue to press this, that union will collapse. It will collapse, and it will collapse fast. Because the only thing that can keep Nigeria together is lie. And I mean lie, singular. That lie, that fake union, that lie must continue if you want to keep Nigeria together. But can lie hold on forever? I don't think so. Truth will catch up. Truth is around the corner, and Nigeria will collapse. That's just it. To come back to the issue that I talked about earlier, when Black Panther, stressed it also in his submission, and I contributed that, talking about the fake, this narrative that elections were rigged in the United States in 2020. I interjected and I said the major news platform, media in the United States, Fox News, by my own Canadian dollar, they paid over $1 billion. $1 billion. US dollar is about close to 770 something million United States dollars. If you had all the damages and the legal fees that Fox News coughed out, it was over $800 million.
for their lies, for pushing the narrative that the elections were rigged. People pay. It costs them money. And it is that same lie. Some people, is it because that you can say, you think you can say it here and you can go free with it? Go and tell Fox News to continue. Apart from that, they pay that thing. Part of the judgment is that they cannot mention it again on that platform. If they do, there is a reserve. There is a judgment reserve on them sitting. That the company, what was the name? What's the name of this Dominion Voting? They have a judgment reserve on them. I dare Sean Hannity and all of them, they are Fox News, their main anchor, to mention it again. If they will not cough out the other 2 billion that is sitting on their neck. That is what they paid, that they pay for pushing that lies, that narrative. You think it's Nigeria where there is no rule of law, where they don't follow judgment? They have paid the money. And with a reserved judgment. Let them mention it again. Let them push it again if they will not pay the remaining 2 billion that is on their neck. So people can come out and be saying it. You think you can say it here, and then you can be pushing the same narrative in Canada. And I ask a simple question. Please give us facts. That's how they push it in the United States, with no facts. Give us facts. I'm still waiting. I listened to someone here for about 10, 15 minutes. I didn't hear facts. I didn't see any evidence other than saying that the election were rigged. This was done, that. Give us facts if you have it. And if you have it, I will be the first person to back you up. And I've said it here also. I will give you names and telephone numbers. I have 2 that I have their direct contact telephone number of the major news network in Canada. I will give it to you. I said so. If I don't, come out here and say he said so and he didn't. Let me see the facts. I've not seen any facts.
Round up, Mr. Jonathan. Sir.
Just spinning stuff. It cannot hold water. You can say all you like. I'm going to bury it here for me, as far as I'm concerned. I just want people to know that if there are facts, we will follow the facts. If there are evidences, we will follow them. Just know that there are no facts on this one. No facts. So anybody can perpetrate, anybody can say whatever they want to say because there's no liability on them. Go and meet Fox News. Let them talk about it again. We can say it here. I love it. I want to know the facts. That in Canada, elections were rigged. I want to. I'm really interested. I love it. I want to hear the facts. I've not heard any.
Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. We will come back if we still have time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Mr. Black Panther, are you there? If Black Panther is not there, King Emeka?
Yes, my brother.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Black Panther.
I'm here. Thank you very much. I thank you very much, and I want to thank Mr. Jonathan for making. I'm contemplating of putting doctor to your name. I will put it, Dr. Jonathan. You deserve it. You see, sometimes we have to change our ways. We have to learn.
Black Panther.
Because, yes, sir.
Black Panther. Professor is
yes,
okay.
Sir.
If a woman, you can get a professor.
And I graduate in South America, we do it gradually. We don't jump one step. He knows what I'm talking. So I will be personally, I'm addressing him as Dr. Jonathan. You see, and doctorate always stand for the truth. For you to get that position, it is the truth, and your process must be straight. You must be vetted. And when they vet it, they'll see, yes, this guy is defending it, the truth. He's defending an ideal that we see to say is truth and is universally accepted. And they will not put that honorary degree on him. I'm just saying this roughly. We should learn to be and take the trajectory of truth all the time. We should not use abnormality because people are doing abnormalities and use abnormalities to now say we all should not be abnormal because the process which that people are taking is abnormal and they got it. Then we will now say to get it, you must also be abnormal. It is the same thing that says if you cannot beat them, you join them. The truth does not stand under that trajectory. In a country where you have abnormalities, it is the will of the people that can take it. And when they take it, the immorality in the nation will dwindle down. But if you use immorality act to take it as an individual, you continue to display that immorality act forever because the country will not be able to stand right. The democracy will not be able to stand right. This democracy that you are seeing today, many died and fought for it. I am one of them. I'm proud to say it. I am one of them. I risked my life for it. I was in the university. I risked my life. And the intensity of studying mathematics and statistics was very intense on me. But I still created that spot for it and to make sure that my country be. But what happened? They came, they killed, and they stole. The Nigerian politicians, they are the only one that is holding the country together. Nigeria is on the path of dividing. They have been advocating it here now in America here now. A senator spoke here in America. He said the solution is a two-state country. Here in America, a senator said it. People are buying that idea because they don't want what happened in Iran. Because America has changed. America has learned from their mistakes. They don't want what happened in Iran to happen in their own eyes anymore, because America has interest in Nigeria, a very big interest in Nigeria. And that is why you see Shehu Gumi and others, they've all run away. Why would they run away? Have you seen El-Rufai that speaks? Did El-Rufai, can't we all ask ourselves, where is El-Rufai? Where is Atiku? Where is Shehu Gumi?
They don't want anything to affect their 2027.
They've all run away. They are not in the country anymore. That is what is happening. They can't go to the Western world because they will be caught. They are all in these Arab nations. They've run away. That is it. Because you cannot get like I told you people.
Gumi was cited in Turkey the other day.
Thank you, my brother. You cannot make a country an Islamic state when the country is diverse. Like I told the people that when I was telling you guys that Nigeria cannot be Islamatized, I knew what I was saying. I was coming from the authentication of our history. That was where I come from. And historical antecedent of the current state of the American government. It can never happen in their eyes again. Never. That is where I stand my ground, because I knew America is going to intervene. And when they intervene, that is the beginning, because they postulated it. They have investigated it. They have seen it. America does not investigate when they don't have a red flag on it. They had red flag on Nigeria. They removed it. They brought it back. They've been investigating with tax money of the American citizen. They've been investigating Nigeria for well over 15 years. And they've run their conclusion. And that conclusion It is the Nigerian government that will make that conclusion go. But the conclusion will not go. It will get to the end. You know
Round
why
up.
it will not go?
Round
The
up, sir.
Nigerian politicians will not change. The idealists, the Islamic idealists, they will never change. Remember what happened in Afghanistan. Remember what happened in Iraq. Remember what happened in the present Israel and Hamas. They will never change. They will fight till they go and meet their 24, 26 virgins. That is their belief. And that is an ideal that you cannot erase. So, my brothers and sisters, let them play their rhetoric. I am standing here to say the time has come where what we have been running from will face us in the eyes. And they have already started proposing it. And when they start proposing it, know that the people involved, they will buy that idea because they don't want repetition of what happened in history to happen again. To an ally, because Nigeria is an ally to them. They won't want it to
Thank
happen
you.
again.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you
Black
very
Panther.
much.
Thank you, sir. King Emeka, that was a
Yeah.
wonderful submission. If you are there, sir, please speak to us. Nigerians are
Okay.
waiting for you.
Thank you. Um, I was just currently reading a report or a research paper by the National Assembly Library Trust Fund on insecurity and its relationship with illegal mining. So one thing that stood out from that research paper was that 60% of the bandits camp is situated around illegal mining areas or gold mines. So what came to my mind was whoever that has done this research, I think the name is there. How was he able to get this data? And if this individual was able to get this data, why are the security operatives in Nigeria not utilizing this data for their own use? Anyway, let's not beat about the bush. Insecurity is now a business in Nigeria. A lot of people are profiting from it. Some people are using it to pay school fees now. Some are using it to live a very large life. We watched on tape how one of the senators from Edo State was openly declaring that some retired generals are responsible for some of the insecurity in the country. And as a result of illegal mining, they're bringing in guns, they're bringing in ammunition, they're bringing in weapons, sophisticated ones to perpetrate insecurity and create crisis in the country. That information has not been investigated. Security operatives are not doing anything about that information. We've also heard from victims screaming, wailing, and also identifying individuals who are responsible for the insecurity within their region and what they are doing. That same information has not been utilized by security operatives in order to go about to solve this problem. It got to the point the United States had to weigh in, and they've also implicated the Nigerian government. Now, why did I decide to go through this point? Is that even after the United States came in, security operatives has yet to still go about resolving the insecurity and bandit issues in Nigeria. Just today, Elvis played a video of where people are being killed. recently. So it appears that there might probably be no change until something drastic happens. And possibly, I'll ask this question: are we not all complicit? Maybe because this is not affecting us. We're all in our respective houses, as long as everything is all good, wherever we are, we we cry, we shout, we say, okay, God bless the dead, help the victims, and we move on. Now, what I would say is, I think Nigeria is not willing for change. I've also come out to say some practical things about how to obtain power, and people who think they are closer to Jesus are coming to talk about the truth. The truth doesn't matter. If the truth matters, politicians will be preachers. If morals matters, the Pope or the Cardinal will be the president in Nigeria. Politicians don't give a damn about what you do or what your beliefs are. That is why they are going about the way they do. You have to know what their mindset is like. Except you enjoy hearing your voices, except you enjoy just talking. If you want solutions, you must be willing to work for it and get it. Now, that's why I'm slowly beginning to say Nigerians are not interested in change. They pretend to want change, but they don't want that change. They want other people to do what they are supposed to do. That's why everybody is, oh, the United States coming. Hey, we are happy that Trump is going to come in. Because they are cowards. I think Every said it yesterday. They want other people to come and do the work that they are supposed to do for themselves. Anyway, this world is not a fair world. If you want a fair world, you have to go to heaven. If heaven actually exists. Um, this world is for who don't give a damn, those who want power, who are willing to do anything. And then when they get into that power, when they've obtained the power, they cannot decide to be good or they can decide to be bad. It's a choice. But first, you must have power. You must be able to take power from those who have it.
Round up,
And you
sir.
must and you cannot decide if you want to be good or you want to be bad with the power that you have obtained. The truth may be very difficult for many of us to hear in terms of power. Um, I think I'll try to. Okay, I don't want to go to my library. There's a book I want everybody to on this. If you have the time, you can buy and read. It's about power. You need to understand how those who have it and those who don't have it. So you can understand the people who pursue power, how they think, how they behave, their attributes, and what they do to get power. Then when you begin to understand and relate in that manner, you will know that power is not for moralists. Power is not for born again people. Power is for those who are willing to do whatever it takes to get power. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Emeka, for that wonderful submission. Hope Nigeria are listening. We hope so. And we pray a day will come that everyone will wake up from their slumber and all of us will unite as a people to take back our country. Yeah, you talked about how to get it and the mentality of those people running after power. Tinubu have told us power is not serve a la carte. And Nigerians know that you have to fight for that power, you have to grab it, and you have to run with it. And so it is left for Nigerians. In 2023, Tinubu did the same thing. He told Nigerians how to get power. And he's running away with it. He doesn't know what to do with it. 2027 is coming. It's left for Nigeria. I have said the time without number. You cannot get something from a madman if you are not prepared to go in the way of madman. We, the parable, they said, when a madman, take a towel from your bathroom and you run away with nakedness, both of you will be classified as smart people. That is the only way we can go out. We have to behave like them. Look at the people leading you now, Nigerians. Look at the people at the end of their affairs. Can character of Inyesuweke be a minister or MP in UK? Can he be a minister? Can he be a secretary in the United States? That is the question. Can character like Tinubu be a president in any of country that is working with the obvious charges against him? So this is a problem. You know, sometimes I'll be crying and said, why are the British and the US coming through the back door? They should recolonize us. I want them to colonize us again. I don't want China. I don't want Russia. But these two people, they are doing well in their country and they have freedom of speech. They have freedom of expression and association in their own country. Let them join Nigeria to the British government. Join Nigeria or to the America. Some of you will say America is better than British. Let America colonize us again. And said, okay, we are going to unite. Let us sign that amalgamation with America. The one we signed in 1914. Let us do it today with the American government. Then we can see how character like Nweke and the rest of them, criminals occupying space in that is strategic places, critical places in our institutions. You have ugly people. You talk about Gumi and the rest of them, all of them traveling Black Panther. They are not. They are traveling to reinforce. Where are they traveling to? It's Turkey. That is another base of them.
I bet you they don't go come back.
They will come back. They
They
are
watch. They
getting
watch.
something from people who sponsored them. They will come back. They are getting something from people. It is said the jihad that is happening in Nigeria is just the people. Somebody is outside the country who is sponsoring them and who is supporting what is happening in Nigeria. Nigeria is a country of interest to many nations. So they are going for their series of meetings, for the agenda. They are strategizing what they can do to do against the US government if there is any possible invasion, which is the US is not coming to invade Nigeria. They only said they are coming to flush out criminals.
Can I have 10 seconds from your minute?
Okay, no problem, speak, sir.
Okay. Do you know why I'm telling you that they might not? I'm having about 85% to read that they might not come back. That is why I'm running a conclusion that they will not come back. You see, when there is a religious conflict like this, what the tactics that America uses is the same thing the Israeli they are using. You don't go, you go for the heads, you go for the sponsors, and then you now nail the soldiers down. When you nail the head, the soldiers will retrieve. That is what happened in Lebanon. That is what happened in Gaza. And that is what happened in Iran. And that is what will continue to happen. That is why Nigeria, they don't want to release the names of the sponsorer and the enabler. Because when you get them down, the soldiers will disappear into thin air. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. However, the way I'm seeing it, with the information available.
Mr. Alabo.
Yes.
You know why that short analysis is probable, is a possibility. If you look the way the Americans,
I know that is what
the Americans operate, is that you see, we will just wake up one day or one night, we will just see that there has been an assassination of XYZ. And the Americans will come out and say they will claim responsibility, that they have targeted one leader of the terrorist group in Nigeria. They have buy in. That's the way they operate. So these people now, in anticipation and in fear of that, because they don't know, they know that they have their names. So they don't know who the target is going to be. But they know the modus operandi of the Americans and the Israelis, the way they operate. You will just wake up one day, one night, that there's a bomb attack, one car, one vehicle, or one house, they have been hit, and they believe that XYZ is inside that building or XYZ is inside that car. And hours later, an hour, two later, America will come out and say, yes, they are the one responsible for that. That they are eliminating the leaders one by one. And that is it. So these people are scared. That's why it is probable, because until they see that the dust is settled, then they just might be returning. But now all of them are hiding. They are hiding now because they don't know, which is which. So
yes,
that's
because
the situation where they
a lot of them, their name is on the list, and they are still strategizing. A lot of them who are speaking up today, even some Christian body who are also people who are behind this. That is why I pity Dan Ebuala, Mr. Jonathan. You see those guys, they don't know what they are doing. They will be rubbish. They will just travel one day, they will not return. They will just catch them and kill them. That's that thing behavior they are doing. You see Reno or Mokri, all of them would think they have a British passport.
I never hear anybody don't hear Reno since Donald Trump came out.
Oh yeah, they go revoke the papers.
they are doing it.
You know those
they are
ladies
doing
here.
it. Yeah, they do it like so they smart way. That is what they are doing now. They are playing games. But however, we pray. We are not looking at that. Is why, Jonathan, when I hear people talking about arguing over rigging of election in Canada, it's nothing to compare to what is happening in Nigeria. We might not, even if Canada is rigging election or US is rigging election, or there is a lot of contentions in US, there is a lot of problem argument. Are the citizens not doing well? The basic amenities, things that are entitled to, citizens are entitled to, and they're not getting it. We have set of criminals as leaders in Nigeria. An average politician in Nigeria is going for election just for one thing. Let me go and get my own national cake. That is why they can sell their property. They can get to bank, use the most valuable things in their life to get a collateral. As a collateral to get a huge amount of money, billions of naira to waste in election, to rig themselves into office to get. So nobody is going into office for the interest of the nation. They don't love Nigeria. None of them, all these House of Rep members, Senate, you are going, is the same mindset they are fixed. That is why when they go there, they just play by the card. None of them is challenging the status quo. Ugochinyere today, who have been shouting, how many of you is hearing his name anymore? Are they speaking today? The people you look up to, that there will be a voice for change. They have leaked the oil and they can't come out of it. So it is left for us, the citizens, to rise up and unite. Let us wake up. Even if America come today, they are not going to do all these things for you to take it. Still you that will still fight to take back your country. The politicians, whether America is inside fighting, the same politicians will still continue. Their mentality, they will still continue. So if you are sitting at the fence thinking power is server like that, then you to just come to you, they will come and call you, say, Mr. because you are very good. It's only when we are growing up, we see that they will come to the community and look for the best person to represent the community. But today, it doesn't happen like that. Today, people who represent the community is the strongest in the community. It's people who are criminal. It's only in war then we know that the strongest are the ones that stand in front of war. That is what we know when we are growing up in Nigeria. That is why we have lost the value, our cultural value and heritage. Nobody is thinking about that. The name of your family, that thing that you will be going at, your mother and your father will tell you, remember where you are coming from. Only that thing will make you, when you get outside, you think twice before you do anything. It will look as if people are watching you, even when nobody is there. But we have lost that in Nigeria today. We must go back where we will not like those people. Bad characters becoming the one taking over leadership affairs in our country. We must rise. Agboro have occupied government house today. Agboros are the ones speaking for a whole state. Agboros are the ones ruling us. That is why you see character of Nyesuwike, the way he's talking. You can. I'm not saying Babajide Sanwo-Olu. You can see the comparison on those videos, but you cannot compare Babajide Sanwo-Olu with Nyesuwike. That is where you would say experience and people of character, things are different. But when you see an Agboro, someone without a home training, you will see the way they will behave. Nigerians must wake up to fix our country. United we stand, and divided we will fall. Thank you, everyone. Before Niger Watch will come.
Can I say something?
Yes, let's just interject. Let's just do while before he finish his coffee and come.
Thank you.
I want to say this. I want to say this concerning the mentality of Nigerians that they are having. You know, Nigerians, we have. That's why now I raise the barrier up that we Nigerians, we are mentally derailed now. We have psychological problem, majority, about the military. You know, Nigeria have been governed by military for well over 30 years. So in that time, Nigeria has been ruined and our mentality has changed. So let me just cut it now. Sorry, I'll come back. Somebody take over.
Mr. Jonathan. Mr. Jonathan.
Yes. Hello. Yes, I'm
Go
here.
ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, nothing much to say. Just to highlight, the other, topics. But there is no way you want to talk about any other subject matter presented today without going back to the to the substance that we have on ground now, which is the genocide, the ongoing genocide in Nigeria. And we continue to see, Nigeria or the Nigerian government continue to deny that there's no genocide. And what continues to amaze me is the fact that how brazen they could be at this point in time to still continue denying the fact that there is genocide in Nigeria. I'm still kind of amazed. I don't know how, and they know very well that it's not sustainable. There's no way they can sustain this lie. No way this cannot go. It cannot go. I believe someone said it here again today. I don't know whether it's Black Panther or so. See, this American thing is going to happen. There's no ifs or buts about it.
Daniel Bwala say it's not going to happen now.
Let him be ranting there. Let him be ranting and be running his mouth there. Everything that we have said in the past, everything that we have said in the past, that the lives of Daniel Bwala and Moka, they have came out to say it's not going to be. Tell me which of them has not happened to date. So how this one will be an exception, I'm still waiting. Because they are based on the facts that are on ground, what we're seeing, what we know. The Americans at this point in time, see, if we know, you know why it ran out, people, Nigerians just don't know. Daniel Bwala came back on, I believe, on Sunday night, either Sunday night or Monday morning. He arrived back in Nigeria. You know why he left Washington, D.C.? He was there all along, trying to lobby everything that is lobbyable, all the Americans that they can lobby over there, But on Friday, this past Friday, it dawned on him that it is now a wasted effort. There's nothing they can do anymore. When that congressional resolution was passed, That's it. There's nothing you can do anymore. All you need to do is just to read that resolution that they passed on Friday, this past Friday. Just before they will bring it to the general floor, the main floor of the House, where they will now vote on it. And that because what they are doing is that in the final paragraph of that resolution, they said that they give President Donald Trump, they support him on any step, like a blank check. What they are trying to do is to give Donald Trump a blank check. Because by the time it comes to the floor, that is the area where the Democrat probably will ask for an amendment, that they don't want to give Donald Trump a blank check, that they want him to report back to them.
And the profiling. You know that the profiling
I think,
is already
right,
going on.
Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan, you have a full understanding the way the Congress over here, the way they operate, and the way the president, sometimes he overlooks some certain things the Congress is doing. Like, I will take your mind back during the Gulf War. You know, the president overlooked what the Congress said, and he went ahead to do things. And if this thing has been a consistent thing of the president of the United States of America, when they have decided to do this for national security's sake, because this thing is under national security, because they made that resolution in the United Nations Charter about religious whatever. I've forgotten the name of that charter. They made a resolution and America backed it, and they are the people that execute that resolution. Even if United Nations refuse, they will go ahead to do it, because the facts and figures are on the ground. Look, what is going to happen in the Congress is just to rectify it and amend whatever they want to amend. The facts are already in their table. The committee is has looked over it. That is why you see it's going to the floor very soon. Because there are some certain things they overlook. They will just, sometimes they take the law straight because it has a majority acceptance. They will just take it straight to the floor. And who takes it straight to the floor? Without the majority leader of the House, it cannot go to the floor. Who owns the majority leadership in the House? It is a Republican. So they are going to bypass anything bypassable and take it to its final conclusion, because they have the majority vote in this one. It's not a two-third, it's majority votes. Because already they have the UN Charter that is supporting what they are doing today. So whatever Nigerian does now, the only thing they can do to stop it so that it doesn't take place is what Dr. Jonathan said. That was whether yesterday or 2 days ago. They have to revert and abolish all the Islamic laws that they have, that is prosecuting people that blaspheme, because Nigeria is not an Islamic state, neither is it owned by a Muslim. So on that premises, I want to ask, will the Islamic ideologies retrieve from the front line of, dominating Christianity? You all know they will never retrieve. You all know. So they would like to drive their conclusion, their Islam, to the latter end. And what happened? They will lose at last. They have never won any battle. They have never won. Go and look at it. Somalia, Southern Sudan is still fighting today. Go and look at it. Eritrea, they didn't beat Eritrea. Eritrea is waxing stronger. In Iraq, they are still fighting today. Hamas, did they win? Lebanon, they lost. They have not won anything because they are not standing on the truth. That is why I made in my submission, anything that can hold its test of time is truth. Yes. You cannot stand on the premises of Frederick and lie and expect history to stand by your side. It's never done. You cannot use religion to take people. to Mother Earth. No, that is not truth. God did not ordain that. Nobody is an infidel. The only time the infidel was mentioned in the Bible, he said a man that cannot feed his family is more like an infidel. He did not say a Muslim because it's not a Christian. Now it's not an infidel. That is wrong. That is barbaric. Because all man is born equal before God. Thank you.
All right, we need to round up now. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. Thank you. We are
Okay.
just on the floor of the house.
Thank you.
Just deliberating.
Thanks. God bless you all. Okay, Black Panther, thanks for that last submission. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all that came into the panel today. Mr. Jonathan, Black Panther, our Dream Nation, Mother Patricia, King Emeka, many others. We've come to the end of this broadcast right now. And I appreciate those of you that call in, Madam Origin, Madam Deborah, Mr. Joseph Orji, Mr. Paul, and many others. Thank you, my wonderful people. Those of you that supported the channel, Mr. Ogerahi, Michael Ganemaro, Mr. Joseph Orji, and Saddam. I'm very, very grateful. While my people write down in the comment section, Mother of Omam Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you, my brother, Abu Azi. God bless you. I'm grateful. Thanks, Bex Banks. Rinze TV, thank you, my wonderful people. Eva Line right there, Madam Peggy Modi, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, Princess Angela TV, thank you, Clement Ojo, thank you, Madam Eugenia, and many, many others. Victor, I can see you as well. And God have a blessing on my people. Fingers crossed, we'll continue again from where we stopped today by tomorrow. Let's continue to speak truth to power. Yes, somehow, someday, fingers crossed, we'll have that better Nigeria that you and I are craving for. Good night, my people, and bye for now.
This is the world we are living in this world, all of us today in motion. Everybody there in motion. Moving to our various stations. As we there in motion, make we do good to ourselves, yo. Make we do good to our neighbor. Before we reach our station, every walk gets paid. Every walk gets paid. Whether not do the work good, nobody work good. Every walk gets paid. Whether not do the work good, nobody work good. I make a fear my God. I make a fear my maker. Whoever will come and go and song, organize. Fear my God.